We are technically live, but we're like on a load screen. No, no, we are. Look at that, 2 sessions in a row. I did remember to unmute myself before I started talking. Hi, welcome to Plus One EXP. I'm camp counselor and professional menace, KeganExe. Where'd it go? I have they, them pronouns. If you don't know about us, Plus One EXP is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beer and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our dream and hope here at Plus One is to help amazing designers find great players who will love their game, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. Today you're joining us for part 2 of our special 3-part Campfire Scouts AP, but before I go any further, let's introduce our players. Going in overlay order, let's say who we are, what your pronouns are, and then what your snack of the summer is, unless you live in Australia, in which case, we're gonna look at your snack of the winter. B, that's you first, though.
Hi, I'm B Narr, they, them. I'm playing Lucas. And I definitely don't have a retainer in that's going to make me lisp the whole time. It's on purpose, I swear. Snack of the summer. Jesus Christ, why did you make me go first?
I think I made Sarah go first last time, so I'm rotating us through.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to be really local. A Sonic slushy blue coconut.
Oh, that rocks.
Like, yes, like if you're in this region.
Next in B order, next in overlay order is Wasa.
G'day everyone, I'm Wasa. I use all of the pronouns and I am playing the Dorito himbo known as Honey Santiago. Snack of the winter. I was like, I just have been drinking so much soup because I'm so cold. And I'm not even in the coldest part of Australia. It's like summer. It's still summer here. I'm just cold and a baby, it's probably soup.
What's your go-to soup?
It's like in truth, it's hot pot because I'm like I want to have soup and then add things to it that I want, which is mostly tofu, but it's hot pot.
How do you feel about that notorious soup hater, Keegan?
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I hate soup, and this sounds like a miserable...
I love soup.
I've told this story on stream before, but I had to get like major dental surgery, and they were like, "You're gonna have to eat soup for like 3 weeks. Like, you cannot chew anything." And I sobbed in the dentist office about it. And they were like, "It really won't be that bad. You'll have like painkillers." And I was like, I just hate soup.
Yeah, I had a mate that had to go and do like face surgery because they were a cyclist and bad stuff happened. And they were like, I had to drink not soup, like those like flavored like shake kind of things that had like all of the nutrition. And we got into a deep conversation about the fact that I could never drink chocolate milk for like 6 months straight because that's just disgusting.
That sounds terrible. Thinking about that though, Sarah.
Hi, I am Osarix Franco. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Maggie Carmichael. She's 17 and wonderful. And my summer snack right now, I'm not a huge fan of Oreos. They're not my jam. But this summer, the thin lemon kind, bangers. I'm just chowing through those things. That's been like a little bit of like ice cream on the side. So good. So that's what I'm about right now.
Right now, my snack, by the way, is weird chips. I've been eating these elote Cheetos for like a week, and they are disgusting until you swallow, and then they're really good. They're bad to have in your mouth, but the aftertaste is wonderful.
My runner-up, no joke, is Cool Ranch Doritos. So I'm right there with you.
I need to eat those because we don't sell them here.
What?
Oh no, we're gonna have to show you some.
I was gonna say,
what are they
Cool
called?
Ranch isn't like a thing. I was asking someone what the flavor was, and they laughed because I was like, "Is it like aioli?" Like I don't actually know what ranch is.
It tastes like a battery feels.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just like zingy. I don't know how to explain
that is
that.
the exact. That's it. That you got it in one.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't say that it's good, but I love it.
It's like a vaguely like sour cream mayonnaise thing with like a lot of herbs in it.
Correct.
So, like very green. It's parsley, dill, stuff like that.
It's just a lot.
But the Doritos do not taste like that. Cool Ranch is a different flavor.
Oh, Cool Ranch is the battery. Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch
tastes
is the
better.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ranch is its own special thing. But Doritos has just defied the laws of God and man.
Correct.
I do think I saw a thing the other day about Cool Ranch Doritos in other countries being named American Ranch.
Oh my god.
I'll have to go to the American store to
There we go.
confirm.
The American Cultural Center.
There is, yeah, it's just like, it's called there's like the American candy store kind of thing, like where we just put all the
Hilarious.
American food.
Oh my god.
Cool. Well, before we get into the game, I just want to shout out real fast. We got fan art last
We
session.
did.
That's really sick.
So
I want to put it up
good.
on screen. It's by Tia over on Tumblr. All of her stuff is linked in the description for this. Slightly less useful if you're on Twitch because you can't see the description, but it'll be there. Anyway, it's very cool. It feels very Scooby-Doo. We've all been obsessing with it for truly weeks now. Yeah, but with that, did someone prepare a recap for us? Nope.
I can take a stab at it. I didn't prepare one, but my heart tells me that I can do it.
I have
We
so
believe
much
in
faith
you.
in you.
I will refer to my chewed up notes for anything for anything that I may or may not have. Hi. So the three of us have come to space camp for a myriad of reasons. Some extending to like wanting to be actual scientists, and others thinking that this was like how to phrase this, a grammatical error camp, like a choose your own adventure camp. Jokes on all of us, it's neither. We were all assigned to the same cabin, and we have our camp counselor, Josephine, otherwise known as the Vulture, who I immediately fell in love with as a person. She's horrible. We also have other staff people involved, such as Alan Ride, a former astronaut that is here to teach us things, but mostly seems nervous and sweaty. And Sharon, who is a very ambitious camp administrator who seemingly has all of the answers and none of the solutions. When we arrived, we heard some scary, spooky ghost stories before turning in for the night that mostly involved. Oh gosh, this is going to be hard for me to remember.
They're in the notes I pinned in the chat if
Okay,
it helps.
perfect. I have the
there's-
document open.
Yeah, that's. I would
Um,
say.
I can go over the
it's-
campfire stories if you would like.
Oh, I've got it.
was chilling.
Yeah, there were high-pitched shrieking and from a lair nearby. The rumor has it is that it leads to a den of banshees and rabbits. There also were rumors about the creature and people losing empathy when they come into contact with the creature, but their hearing heightens and they can hear their own blood pumping through their body. The rumor is that the creature takes victims to its lair where it sucks out your bodily fluids and then hangs up the corpse to dry, and that the rabbits hunt the children that don't go to bed at night and assumedly consume them. But we wanted tasty snacks and didn't want to go to bed. So we went out past curfew and snuck over to the mess hall to see what we could find. And once we were there, Lucas stumbled into a freezer full of gross, bloody meat where he took a tumble, and we all got super freaked out and ran away. Following that, we went to bed, woke up the next morning, did some of our camp song things, like some of the classes.
Yeah, you went
being
to
like
some classes.
the history of space travel, and various other things. And now I believe we have reached our next campfire segment.
Congrats. Good recap. Before we get to campfire stuff, there is some light bookkeeping we need to do. Just we forgot a few things as we went. So I will go in the order I put it in the chat. And Honey, you took a powerlifting class, but you already have a powerlifting badge, I believe.
Correct.
Cool. Would you like to take a different class instead?
Yes. I would like to take the trekking class with my chart of 0.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think your class was being run by the Vulture previously. I think it
Oh,
makes
no.
sense that she would still be there.
Yep.
She's like, oh damn, someone's come for this class. Shit.
I thought it was just a nice little walk, but we gotta do stuff.
Okay. Perfect.
Fine.
So you've taken that class instead. Doesn't really change
Mhm.
anything major. And then the other thing is, Sarah, you have a cheer badge, if I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Last night in game, one person, I believe, one
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah, has taken a little bit of scare. But we had a great scene where you gave him your glittery suits.
Well, Lucas was really disgusting, and I just offered him all of my cleaning items. He happened to choose the one with holographic glitters in it, which is delightful.
That's
and-
great. We've
if-
all decided.
We want to call that a use of your once per day cheer ability. I would happily allow that. Just to put to top the whole group's health off again.
Yeah, I love that, and 100%. I think it's in line with like once you came out, I just hyped you up. Like, oh my gosh, you look great! It looks so good. Let me fix your glitter.
Sparkling, mate.
So cute. That's so
Yep.
cute. He
Um,
doesn't know he's glittering for like at least 20 minutes.
It's so good. Highly recommend the clip from the last session because I can't stop thinking about it. It was so cute.
and then one last thing just for me. B, what badge do you already have?
I already have. Let me look. I need to double check because I thought I wrote that part down on this part of my sheet and I did not.
Yeah, I didn't write
Um,
it down either, so that
We're
is
so
not.
smart, but I actually do know. Okay, it's the ham radio.
That's right.
'Cause
Okay.
I remember I was like, I don't know how that works in real life, so we're gonna pretend.
Yep. That's perfect. Cool. So we are coming out of our like daily camp classes, and we're moving into the campfire phase. But I will ask you all a question first, and that's: do we feel like we need another campfire? Do we want to flesh out this monster more?
That's a great question. What do you guys feel? I'm cool either way.
Same. I think we're in a good spot.
Okay.
I know. I'm afraid of adding too much more because
Yeah.
like we went hard the first
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was also my concern. You know.
Like we will make this so much worse for ourselves in the best way.
Oh,
But I think
yes.
if we're talking like keeping it under somewhat on track, we probably should.
The lighter side.
I will say I will probably make you all hit another campfire phase at some point today. We won't skip all of them. So
Perfect.
we can always make things worse as time goes on as well.
Hey, I love
Because that was one of
this.
our wishes this session is we do more spooky shit.
Yes.
Perfect.
Spooky.
Well, in that case, then you all go to the campfire. I think tonight there's probably a series of stories that are slightly less scary. I think perhaps that first campfire scared some of the other kids to hear a little too much to do a second one. So there's like a little puppet show. I think Sharon Nemesis. That's her last name.
Oh,
I think
forgot
Sharon
about that.
Nemesis probably has like a series of little hand puppets.
Amazing.
Did she make them?
Oh, absolutely. They're like a sock with eyes glued to them. If it were a bigger puppet, I would go get one, but maybe next time, you know? Cool. Well, with that, the campfire is done. You all get headed back to your dwelling place. I remember what your dwelling place is called because I'm looking at the jam board for sure. I didn't just pull it up. You're heading back to your habitat. That's right.
Correct.
I will hand it back over to you from here.
Guys, well, no, did you find anything interesting today that was sort of related to the incident?
Oh, that's right. Help me remember. I went to check out the dog kennels to
I
see
think
if
you
what was that I found
did you
there.
find the second mess hall? Was that you?
I found the derelict building, but
You
I
found the
know
derelict.
I know Sarah found something. And
Uh,
Yeah.
Sarah, when you went to the kennels to look into them, you found you found a lot of Pomeranians.
Yes.
One of which was named Bunny, and then you found a bunch of references to a historical event that didn't happen,
That's right.
which was
Yeah.
when Russia
yeah.
launched turtles into space.
Yeah, Shelby the turtle. I
Yeah.
remember now.
Yes, and Wasa, Honey found the plant-based thing.
Yeah. I think Honey's first words are like, "This camp is plant based." It's like
What?
like Honey sitting like on the bed, just like like this, and it's like the camp is plant based. There's no protein, so the meat fridge is fake.
Oh my gosh, honey, your gains. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are you
And he's like freaking out. Like,
I mean,
this is the most scared he's ever been. He's like, I have shakes, just emergency shakes and emergency protein bars. Do you,
Mm,
are those
you-
enough? Like
You watch as Maggie goes over to like essentially her luggage has exploded on her bunk. Like it seems that she just like makes a little burrow when she slept in it. There's just like mounds of different things, and you'll watch as she kind of like pushes some to the side and like goes through and pulls out one of those like airplane packages of like almonds, like salted almonds, and goes like, "This has protein, right? Right?" And she like looks at the back, like, "Yeah, 2 grams. Here you go."
like, I like take it and like, I look like extremely touched by the fact that you've given me your food.
It's also super evident these are expired. Like at the bottom. Just
Honey doesn't know.
obviously like she's had this for a while.
Honey
He's like-
absolutely reads the label, does not read the expiration date.
Yeah, no, like the thumb is like hiding the expiration date. He's like, okay, that's like 0.25%, but that's fine. Every percent counts, and it's just that. And he just starts telling you about the conversation with I think it was Sharon Nemesis that was like the nutritionist.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you, yeah, the nutritionist. And yeah, he tells you about the fact that it is plant-based, that there is like no meat on the premises. And there is that defined point where he has to stop himself from going back into like a little tangent about the fact that there are like the protein limitations of the situation. But he's like, but it's cool. I don't know then what happened or where we were. Is it like that movie where you think that you're in a real place, but it's a dream? And
people don't share dreams last time I checked. I mean, I don't.
No,
I
I know that movie. I know exactly what that movie is. And Maggie will like turn to Lucas and go, "Ah!" like to try and scare him.
He does. He genuinely is like, what was that?
Sorry, I was just trying to wake you up. And
you're trying to wake you up.
This is okay. I don't think we're asleep. I don't think we're asleep. And
That's
if we are,
fair.
Could you? I don't know. Like, I think you'd have to do something more than that to wake me up.
Well, you can't die because Leonardo DiCaprio's like crazy wife kind of died, but she was alive in the dream, and then she was chasing them through
Okay.
the dream, and it was crazy town.
Yeah, that was a lot. And
There was also
I mean,
Bane was also there, except he wasn't as muscly this time. I don't know. It's confusing.
no, he was better as Bane, in my opinion. But no,
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
I will say this kind of makes sense though, because if this was like a strange kind of dream, because I did find reference to like a thing I'm pretty sure didn't happen. Like, don't get me wrong, I kind of slough history a lot because it's boring, snooze fest. But there was this like thing that talked about how the Russians sent a turtle named Shelby into space, and I'm pretty positive that didn't happen. But I also know that in the 4th grade, I sat next to a girl named Shelby, and her backpack made me think that she was like a turtle. So maybe my subconscious is pulling that information into the dreamscape.
I'm really not sure we're in a dream. Regardless, I'm like I am like 99.9% sure the Russians didn't send a turtle into space. It was
Right?
definitely a dog. It was definitely like not anything vaguely amphibious or reptilian. It was definitely like
no
mammals.
whales.
No whales. That the spaceships aren't big enough.
Clearly, you guys need to watch this documentary, okay?
I was disappointed. Just like
Were
the
you?
fact that like
Oh.
no, like that Honey was like there were no whales during the history of space travel. That and he was like hyped.
Yeah.
I need
so
to
sorry.
write that down.
I'm very sorry that they left out the whales. I mean, maybe they're just really bad at history here, but that not about the whales, the turtle. But I did find a building that wasn't on the map that was boarded up behind the mess hall. I know, and like I thought maybe I just led you guys to the wrong place. And even if this is plant-based, maybe they have some sort of fucked up meat fridge that they keep for, I don't know, dogs. They have dogs, I think, and coyotes and shit. I don't know. But like,
One's named Bunny,
huh.
right?
That's I don't like that. But we didn't go into this place. It's like super boarded up. Like it's like shut down.
So we're super gonna go in there tonight, is what I hear you saying to me with your words.
Yes, that's the proposal.
It's like our civic duty at this point, I think. And
Yeah, I
besides,
think
if we are asleep, then we don't really have a choice because the dream's gonna just like keep happening. So
Like
I
there's
say,
no point sleeping when you're already asleep.
right,
Yeah,
because
I
then
mean,
we'll just go down another layer.
if we're following Inception rules, you know what? Okay, fuck it, I'm in. Okay, we're following Inception rules. We're not going to sleep. We're gonna go do this thing and try not to die in the dream or whatever. Yeah, that works. Let's go. I think we got this. It's like literally right behind the mess hall. I swear to God. It's like in the woods.
Okay, great. But give me 2 seconds, and Maggie's gonna go over and like dig through her pile and find like a really cute lip gloss and touch up her lips. Okay, I'm ready.
Who's that for?
Huh?
Who's that for? We're not gonna see anybody.
Oh, it's for me.
Huh.
As we head out of the habitats, let's head into our first unseen of the day. I'm using an unseen from page 33 of the PDF. It's called The Statue. I also posted it in the chat if that's easier for you all. But yeah, so at Camp Michelangelo, young artists spend their day surrounded by art and hone their crafts and techniques. This is Camper Ashton's first year at this camp, and they're super excited to hang out with the other art kids. Camp Michelangelo takes place in a massive statue garden, and the campers spend most of their time working amongst statues from masters old and new. What statues in the garden do the campers find most exciting, and why?
I have an idea. Happy to have it vetoed by the group. Do you know the old-timey medieval portraits that like memes have been made of, right? It's like those drawings specifically of little cats, like barred cats, that they've then sculpted like into like different series. So like the proportions are crazy town. They do not look good, but it's the memeness of it is very good. Like everyone's kind of going and like pointing like this one's me and like identifying which horrible barred cat they are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. They're obsessed with weird little cat statues.
Me too, frankly.
Yeah, we're starting to head out from my understanding, we want to head to the old boarded up mess hall, or the old boarded up building behind the mess hall. Yeah, last time you all snuck out, I made you roll for it, but this time we've headed out here in the dark before. I don't think this needs another roll. And you all get headed over there, and you can sort of see the building from a distance. Through the boarded up windows, you don't see any lights or anything, but you do, as you get closer, you can see there is another young kid standing in front of it. I say young kid, like 16, 17. Standing in front of it, sort of like beating on the...
Oh,
Oh, there you are.
that was spooky.
I knocked so hard.
I got really scared. I was like, shit.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, they left.
No. Yeah, you see her over here though. She's wearing the same like coveralls of the camp. She just seems to be like knocking on the front door. As you get closer, you can hear her sort of like loud whispering at the door, like, "Let me in, you all. This isn't funny."
Do any of us recognize her?
Great question. You all are welcome to make a comprehend roll.
Okay.
And we'll set that at like 14. There are a lot of kids at this camp.
Roll me a d20. Okay, what's my comprehend?
Remind me again really quick, Keegan, how the dice rolls work.
Yeah, you'll roll a d20, and then you'll look at your stats, and you will add an appropriate stat to it if you have one. So if you have comprehend, you would add that. Otherwise, it is flat.
I rolled a 19, and my comprehend is 0. So
Cool.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in that case, I'll say you don't recognize this camper.
I don't know her. Does she even go here?
I've never seen her, but that doesn't mean anything. Honey,
I mean, nope. No idea. We could ask.
I mean, okay, I guess. How close are we to this individual? Like, are we just like walking up? Is that kind of the vibe?
Yeah,
Are we
I think
tucked
this
behind a
is you
dumpster?
all. Sort of. I think from the direction you all came, you're able to like sort of duck behind the mess hall, so she doesn't immediately spot you.
Okay.
So you can have this conversation without like worrying about her hearing it
Got
if
it.
you don't want to. But you're close enough to walk over if you want.
Okay. It sounds like there are other people in there already, which like is so lame that like they're already getting to it, but whatever. Do we all want to go talk to her, or does like just one of us? I'm happy to staying back here and just kind of like look out or whatever.
I thought you were like the person who was good at talking to people, though. Like that kind of seems like your thing.
I mean,
You're like,
I
really?
guess
I don't know.
that's really nice, Lucas.
It just seemed social. You seem good at it. You know.
I mean, I wasn't gonna like say anything, but that's really sweet that you noticed. Okay, yeah, I'll go talk to her.
Does this place still look like heavily boarded up?
Everything but the front door does. The front door does look like the boards have
okay.
been pulled down.
Remove.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I will step out, and then whoever's welcome who wants to join along with me can. And I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, girl, what's going on?" Just like very nonchalant.
But Honey and Lucas, are you going over there as well, or are we just sort of ducking around a corner?
I mean, I don't know what Honey's doing.
I think that I'm sort of trying to like middle ground, like in case this is like a prank and my friend is gonna get like stuck in a bad prank. Like Honey has gravitated slightly closer, but is like she's got it.
Okay, cool. So she can
Yeah,
make
that's
you,
kinda
but
where
you're
Lucas
not
is. Like
like
this
right
is
there.
like, yeah, I'm like watching, but like trying not to like get involved or be noticed.
We're at like a good mid distance. I got you.
It's viewing.
Cool. Yeah. Maggie, you head over there. What was it you said?
Hey, girl, what's up?
She turns around. She's like, "Oh, you're Maggie, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how do you know?
We were in the same history of space travel class. Do you not remember me?"
Oh my gosh, now I do that you bring it up. That's so rude of me to not remember.
No,
'cause, like,
it's okay. My name's Bonnie. There's a lot of us.
I mean,
Extends a
not really,
hand.
Bonnie, because your hair, like, your hair is so stinking cute. I should have like remembered. Like right now, I'm so jealous. How do you get it to curl like that? Is that natural, bitch? Is that natural?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's wonderful. I love that for you.
Thanks. And she sort of like turns around and she's like, guys, it's not funny. Let me in. She turns back to you and she's like, so what are you doing out here?
Well, I was mostly just bored and like the cabin was kind of like stuffy. So I was mostly just kind of getting out for a walk and stuff, but it seems like you got something going on here. Do you want to tell me what that's about? Or
Oh, yeah.
Can I help?
Maybe. My friends pulled the boards down and they went in and they said they were gonna go in without me for a second, and then like the door slammed shut and like now no one's responding to me.
Oh my gosh.
But I think they're just like playing a prank on me. It's not funny.
Yeah, not funny. Like I will also yell at the door. This is harassment. And we'll be like, I have a friend who I think could probably like break it open. I saw him. My two bunkmates are super cool. Lucas is like wicked smart, and Honey knows lots about protein. But I bet he could come like open this door if we wanted. But like, are you okay? That sounds like kind of scary.
No, it's like not scary, just like annoying. Like, why would you leave me out here, you know?
Why would you leave? Yeah, seriously, inconsiderate.
So inconsiderate.
Who all went in there?
My cabin mates.
Okay, do you have two too, or do you have three?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay, cool. She will turn around and kind of motion in the direction that she came from to just come join.
All right, just gonna. Hi.
Hi,
everybody.
Hey.
Oh, go for it, Bonnie.
Oh yeah, no, I know you two. I was in classes with both of you.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. There's like so many campers here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I don't know. I'm not looking at.
No worries. My friends like lock themselves in there to try to scare me, and like I'm not even scared about it, but I do want to like find them, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And Honey, I told her that like you're pretty much like a weightlifting champion. And so this door would be no problem if we wanted to go in there and kind of like tell those people that it's not cool. But also see what's inside too, because I'm super curious.
Yeah, like why is it all boarded up?
Right?
Right.
So weird.
Okay,
They
guys.
didn't tell us that.
They're gonna break the door down like if you don't let us in. I guess they have to let us in.
I'm gonna check, is this a push or a pull door first?
Ooh, that is some pro level strats right there. That's how you know. Wasa has encountered a door or 10.
You shine a flashlight at the door. It's a pull door.
Oh, okay. All right. I like go to. I'm guessing that there is a handle that I can grab and try to yank open.
Yeah, you actually you grab the handle and go to yank it open, and the door slides open, and Bonnie's like, "I'm gonna find you," and she just goes running in there.
And she's gone. Okay.
Yeah, the room is dark, and by the time you get your flashlights up to like look in and see where she went, Bonnie is gone.
Okay, thank you would have been nice, but okay.
Otherwise, this looks just like the mess hall, which has like that sort of like retro futuristic cafeteria look. Like a lot of like egg-shaped chairs. But this is just completely covered in dust. There are cobwebs everywhere.
Can we hear any people moving in there?
You can hear Bonnie's footsteps like deeper in. Sort of like getting quieter. It seems like she's getting further away. But that's all you can hear in here.
And we don't see anything when we do the flashlight all over. It's just a normal.
Nope. You flashlight all over. You don't see, like I said, you don't see Bonnie. You don't see anything else too strange in here. Like this place looks abandoned. And when you get the flashlight up, you look around. The spot where the meat fridge was in the other mess hall is a door that is like slightly ajar.
All right. Before we do this, we need to prop this door open, like with a big ass rock.
Gosh, I wish I would have finished that knot tying class, and I could have some rope. Let me think.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess we can find one really quick. I just don't want to like let them find all the cool shit and like end up on the news before we do.
they're not gonna end up on the news, I don't think. Not for okay, well maybe.
Maybe they'll die.
Yeah, is there like any scraps or something that we can like chock the door so that it's just like
Or like a
wedge?
chair.
Sarah, are
a
you
piece
looking
of
for a
wood.
rope because you're trying to tie something for your badge?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
I thought so. Make me a craft roll real quick. Let's see if you can find something in here to use as a rope.
Okay. Oh, I have decent-ish craft.
Yeah, and I'll set this at like 10. I don't think this is gonna be a hard task.
Okay, good, because I rolled a 10 out of a +1.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to find it like an old extension cord. It's like not quite a rope, but for the sake of tying a door open, it'll do fine.
Okay. Yeah, I want to. So, one of the things is use it not to tie together two items of vastly different sizes.
Sure.
I want to take this door,
Mhm.
and it was a remind me which way, push, pull,
It was a pull
Pull.
door.
pull. Yeah, I am going to run it out to like a parked truck or like something massive outside. I'm trying to, or like the
I gotcha.
dumpster.
Yeah,
There
you
we
can
go.
tie it to like a tree or something. We
Hell
don't
yeah.
have to worry too much about what it is. You tie it to something
Perfect.
big to make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
And like I do one of those dad things where I like pull the extension cord and it like booms. I'm like, where's it gonna go? Before returning back.
Yeah, you have the door open. Just real fast. Give me a craft roll again. We're gonna set this one at 12. This is just we don't want you to make too much sound and raise your heat early.
That's a 17.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to do it quickly. You don't get noticed. And we'll say it's like a darker colored extension cord, so it doesn't stick out immediately if someone like looks outside.
I'm so afraid of someone like getting like clotheslined by that now, but okay.
Oh my God.
Same.
That was
I'm
my
like
first
so
thought.
scared.
I was like, oh god, one of us is gonna get killed.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm writing down clothesline a character.
Just if it's Alan, I will be so sad.
But he kind of, it just feels
Yeah,
right.
it does.
It feels right.
I know, but I feel
This
mean
poor
for
man.
thinking that.
It'll absolutely be shared nemesis.
Amazing. I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. Doors all tied up. You feel pretty good about that at the very least.
Okay, hurry, let's go.
Alright,
Let's
let's go.
go.
Cool. Are we heading back down to like the thing that was the meat fridge in the other mess hall?
I think so. That makes
I think
sense to
so.
me.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's step our unseen one forward real quick. As the day stretches into night over at Camp Michelangelo, Camper Ashton finds it's hard to put down their tools and stop working to hang out with the other campers. What details of Ashton's self-portrait sculpture that they're struggling... Bleh. What details of Ashton's self-portrait sculpture are they struggling with, and what finally snaps them out of it?
Wasa.
I was going to say like the eyes. So you know how there's like the eyes that like they follow you.
Oh, I hate this already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that they're meant to, the self-portrait is sort of, because the idea is like usually they look out away from like the painter in a sense, but every single time that they're working on this piece, it's always as if the portrait is staring directly at them, like no matter what.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's something like weird and lifelike about the eyes that they're maybe not
Mhm.
super comfortable with.
I love that. Oh my god. And I think the thing that snaps them out of it, so someone has like a bunch of like watercolor paintings and that they've hung out to dry on this clothesline, and somebody is rushing and just absolutely 100% actually clotheslines themselves with it and knocks all the paintings off, and it's just an absolute mess, and it finally gets Ashton out of like oh shit, what
Yeah,
was that?
it's Sharon's identical twin sister who works at this camp instead.
Amazing. Susan.
Yeah, Susan comes running like, oh wow, this is a... Ooh.
This is like the cursed like Nurse Jenny's and Joys of the world.
it's yeah, it's the Nemesis family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all head deeper into this abandoned mess hall. And as you open the door up, you can hear what sounds like people whispering like deeper in here, but it is a staircase going down instead of a fridge this time.
Okay.
Oh god, Sarah died.
No, God, we lost Sarah.
Oh no, Sarah!
Sarah,
no.
no.
Sarah, don't go towards the light.
Oh no.
Huh.
That's horrifying, actually.
Yep. We step into the meat fridge. Sarah immediately gone.
Just dissolves. There she is.
She's
Ah!
Oh,
Don't know what happened, but I'm back now.
Okay.
I just ran down the stairs.
Maggie's gone.
I was like, there's stairs and you disappear.
I love that our spooky stream is haunted.
It's so haunted.
Yeah, you all do you want to head down the stairs? Is the question here?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You all start heading down the stairs. You notice there's like a layer of dust on these stairs as you are heading down that does not look like it has been interrupted at all. Like, you would expect if Bonnie came down here as you all are heading down the stairs, there'd be like footprints on this. There are no footprints here.
Uh-oh. I think you just hear Lucas go, oh. Like, he's just sort of making worried noises.
what's going on, Lucas?
I don't think anybody's been down here. I don't know what's making that noise. I don't think Bonnie's down here. Or Bonnie's, like, just sort of jumped. That doesn't make any sense.
Did Bonnie jump the whole staircase?
What an athlete.
Down the stairs.
What an athlete. Jeez.
Yeah, what an athlete.
But also, like, just side note, I would not forget a natural curl pattern of hair like that. I don't think she was in my class, but how could she have been in all of our classes? That's weird, right?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, because we weren't in the same class.
Right.
I was with you, but we weren't with Lucas.
Right.
And
And
they
like,
happened at the same time.
right. So how could she have been in all of them?
Oh,
Like, maybe she was just confused. But again, maybe she's like the physical manifestation of our own anxieties.
To be fair,
Wow,
just to
Maggie,
put it out
that's-
there, you did take 3 classes during the day. She could have been in a different class from each of you.
Maggie is convinced that this is not
So
the case.
it's-
Yeah,
so
we're all
funny.
convinced.
As a,
Yeah.
as a GM note, I need to call that out. As
Oh,
as
100%.
characters, you don't need to
For
believe
the
it.
audience.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that thing of like, I
You're
don't
a
even-
liar.
I don't know the meaning of the word. She really doesn't.
Yeah, she said she took your history of space travel class, so it would make sense if she recognized Honey. Lucas, who knows though?
Right.
Yeah, that's. We're all. Lucas is fully convinced that maybe Maggie's right. Like he's like, that's intense, but like, I mean, that's not. I don't.
And you all are
That
walking and
yeah.
talking down the stairs as we do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And you make it to the bottom of the staircase. You're in a hallway that it looks like an old lab down here. It is like white walls, white floor, which is also sort of the vibe of, the mess hall has this like, sort of retro futuristic NASA white nonsense going on. But as you get down here, this looks less fake. This looks less put on. You can see there's like there's a few doors down here put into a wall. It looks like you're in a hallway of what looks like a lab. You can see at a distance there's some very dirty windows that look like they would like look into another room, but you would have to like clear them off to see anything.
Oh shit! So this is just a room with like this is a hallway, not like there's not like equipment or anything in
Mhm.
here. Oh shit! God. Do you know what this place used to be? Did it used to be some sort of like? Is this like a decommissioned, like actual, like station of some sort? Like
Maybe. It's for sure not that gross meat fridge, which is confusing.
no.
So you
that's-
found another secret building? which
guess.
honestly, impressive.
Thank you. I didn't mean to. I wish I could take credit for it. I can't. This is so.
I think you can.
All right. We'll all take credit for it then. Because this is. I want to like try to look in the window. He is like immediately like a little less scared and a little more like, oh, I might find some like cool old science shit in here. Like,
Yeah.
and like he's kind of like he's less like but hiding behind you, honey, and more like trying to like go around and like. Can I like try to like how far away is this window? Can I like
Yeah,
just
you can
kinda,
walk
like,
over
up
to it.
and just like try to wipe it off?
Yeah, you wipe it
While
off,
we're
and you're able to
talking.
like sort of peer in through the window, like
Jesus,
flashlight
dude.
pressed against it or whatever.
He's like fucking face against it, like really angling, trying to look.
Yeah, it looks like this is another like very long abandoned room. You can see in here it is a pretty much like featureless white room. There's a big silver, like a massive silver drain on the floor. And then there is one silver table that is completely untouched by dust. And it has a little hole like in the bottom of the table.
Guys, this is like looks like an autopsy room.
A what room?
An autopsy room?
Like an SVU?
Exactly like an SVU.
Oh my gosh.
And you can hear the dun dun in Honey's head when he
Dun.
said that.
You watch as he just like, Olivia, where?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like gross. Just a heads up, if I see a dead body, I will scream. So
Please don't, but okay.
That's fair.
this is a boundary for me. If I see a dead body, I will scream.
Noted. We
Yeah,
will
I'll
look
say
first.
just for mentally mapping the space out. There are 3 rooms down here and 3 big windows.
Okay. Do we want to just like check and see what's in those rooms really quick?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we'll do it in case there's a dead body.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will keep an eye out on the stairs.
Yes.
And run interference if any like counselors come down here. You guys let me know what the stitch is inside there.
Don't worry. We will
Cool.
not let you see bodies.
Thank you.
1 second. I'm just labeling these rooms for my notes.
Ooh.
Cool. So we'll say the first room you looked at was the room sort of on the right when you come through. That room's labeled room 2.
Okay.
On the left wall, there's room 1, and then a little further down the hall is room 3. So room 1's the closest one. You'd come like scrub off some dirt and poke your flashlight up against it, and you see just sort of in the corner of the room, sitting on the ground, talking to herself. You see Bonnie.
I thought that no one came down here,
And
Lucas.
she looks like she's talking to herself, and then she's responding to herself.
Is there someone down here? It just didn't look like anybody else took the stairs.
I like go to like grab you to like see Bonnie.
What is she doing?
Are these rooms, like, is there an entrance to them?
Yeah, there's a door next to each of these windows.
Okay. I thought you said that no one came down here.
I thought there weren't any footsteps on the stairs. That dust had been there for years. It didn't look like anybody else came down here. Maybe there's another entrance?
Maybe.
That doesn't
Like,
explain
is
what she's
she...
doing.
Does she, like, what's her... Do we see her facial features? Or,
No,
like,
she has her back turned to the mirror, or to the window. And this room looks much the same as the other one, just no big silver table in here. There is a little silver chair that is sitting behind her, but she's not sitting on it. She is cross-legged on the floor, staring at the far wall.
What the fuck is she doing? Maggie, it's not a dead body.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's Bonnie. Bonnie? Was that her
What?
name?
Maggie will immediately like come over and look and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and even like shining your flashlight directly on her, she doesn't seem to like turn around or pay any attention to you.
I want to check on her. Are you guys okay with that? Because that's
No, I think
super
we
unhinged.
should. No, we
Okay.
really should.
Great. I'm going to open the door.
You go to open the door, and the door is locked. But are the other two of you watching from the window still?
Mm-hmm.
You see Bonnie gets up, turns around, screams, and then runs full speed at the door. I'm going to need a roll from each of you here.
So scary.
Give
terrifying.
me. We'll call this confront rolls, and we're gonna set this at
Oh,
difficulty
yeah.
12.
Oh yes,
That
I
sounds
have.
good.
I have good confront. I'm a
have-
combative person.
I love this for you.
I got a 17.
Cool.
I got a 10.
I got a 17 as well.
Cool.
Oh
so
yeah.
Poor
for
Maggie.
the two of you
You're so
at the
close.
window, you're able to like step back. And then Sarah, over at
Yeah.
the door, you can feel Maggie can like feel a pressure hit the door as that scream went off. The two of you looking through the window, she moved fast towards that door. And Maggie, you know you should be screaming right now. You know you should be scared. You do lose one bravery here.
Okay.
For whatever reason, it doesn't make sense to you. You don't feel like you need to be scared. Like this is okay. You're fine.
I think yeah, like I'm kind of like reaching out to like open the door and it's locked and I like feel that like pulse and like whatever. And I look over and see y'all's faces and go like, "What? Oh my gosh, you guys are like totally freaking out. It's
Did you not
fine."
Did you not hear that?
Yeah, but like it's fine. I just told you I would scream, like it's fine.
And as you sort of like, if you're still in the window, you sort of like aim your flashlight at the door. There's nothing in there anymore.
Oh shit.
Oh.
She's gone.
And Maggie, you think, oh shit, this isn't scary. The thing's just gone.
Yeah. That's so weird. Is it I feel that like I can't be afraid or just like there's like a part of my brain that's like, no, you're fine.
You feel like you can't be afraid. I'll give that to
Okay.
you since you asked it so specifically.
Okay, cool. I'll then like turn to them and be like, I mean, I guess I could try to unlock this door. But if you want me to,
I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're
we're
good with the door closed.
I love
Okay,
the door closed.
that's fine. But like, okay, whatever, totally fine. Let's do the next thing, I guess.
I go to Lucas. She's haunted.
Okay, I don't. She's. Let's not do ghosts. I don't think ghosts are real. Like it. Right.
Here's my other question, Keegan, just like so I can play this right.
Yeah.
I feel that I can't be scared. Do I feel compelled in any way, or is it just like I lack the capacity to be afraid?
You lack the capacity to be much more than just any. You just feel fine. That is
Okay.
That is the only thing you can feel is just fine.
Okay, great.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so afraid.
There's a third window.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I think Maggie's gonna be like, okay, well, you guys are being so weird. And we'll go. I want to look through that next window.
Yeah, you rub the dirt off the window. Same song and dance here, and you hold your flashlight up, and this room is full of just like a number of same sort of like white setup as the previous rooms, but against the far wall is just a number of like animal cages.
Okay.
Like
Do they look like-
probably 50 of them. It would have been like small animals in here.
Okay, I was gonna ask like dog kennels or
Think
like
like
no longer.
cat-sized kennel.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
bunnies.
Rabbits.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's just like full of a bunch of cages, I guess. I don't see, and then like I want to do the like hands pressed to glass to try and like shield any light that
Yeah.
might be coming off of things to see if I can see any movement from the window in the cages themselves.
Yep, give me 1 second. Let me just update this note real fast.
Yeah, you're good.
And I think while you do that, Lucas kind of looks at Honey and was like, "Didn't she not want to look before?"
Yeah. It's
Are you okay, Maggie?
Huh?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
What were you trying to see in the room while I was taking notes there?
I'm trying to see like if there's movement in the kennels, right? Like
Okay. Yeah, no, you're able to quickly flashlight through them. It looks like they are empty.
I'm fine, and like I guess there's nothing in there, which is so weird. But like fine, I guess.
I'm not. Well, what's in there? Just you said cages?
Yeah.
I mean, that's something, and that's not like great. Like cages for what? And he finally like gets close to you again to like do the same little song and dance to look at the animal cages.
I'm like yank ready.
I love Honey so much.
He's just got the two hands hovering behind their collar.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this was definitely a lab. It's probably biomedical or something. Like this is like animal testing shit. That doesn't explain what was going on down there. But it something. Are there any other doors leading anywhere else?
Nope, these are the 3 rooms down here.
Okay. And they're just like no doors inside these rooms.
Each of the windows has a door next to it, so you can get into the room from the hallway, but none of them seem to go anywhere else.
Okay, that's what yeah. Okay, this is... Maybe we should try to find Bonnie again. She's clearly having some sort of episode. She might need help, and she's not in any of these rooms anymore somehow. I don't fucking know. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe this is some Inception shit.
I certainly hope so.
I mean, whatever. Are we like good to go? Or
I don't know, Maggie. Are we good to go?
I mean, I
this
guess.
is fucking crazy. Do you not? It's a little weird, right? Like admit, like it's a smidge weird.
Yeah, but like, I think it's fine.
I'm like behind Maggie and like looking at you, and I'm like pointing, like.
Lucas is trying to like do like, but like without Maggie like noticing, and so he like can't really do it.
And she's
here's
like,
the fun
"Are
thing,
you-"
Maggie. You do notice. You don't care.
Yeah, 100%. I just
like if I'm just saying, I don't know what sort of frame of reference you're going on, or how many underground labs you've experienced in your life. This is like government cover-up shit.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It seems just how it is, you know? Like, whatever. I mean, you're kind of freaking out about it, but, you know, to each their own, I guess.
You know what? I think we
Maggie, you're the only one who can make this out. As you all are talking to them, you hear footsteps coming into the like upstairs building. They are quiet footsteps. Like perhaps someone doesn't want to be heard coming in behind you all.
Okay. Okay.
You're not particularly worried about it.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it. So like that's I don't think I like necessarily say anything.
Mhm.
But this is how I think it would be phrased. Like, I get that you're freaking out, but like other people are here, so I don't see the point of like losing it.
Yeah, okay. You know what? You're right. Let's go find those other people, maybe.
Yeah, let's find Bonnie and her friends, I guess.
Yeah, I think we need to get. I think you need to leave. I think we all need to leave. Whatever the fuck this is. And it's just kind of like
Okay.
gesturing for Honey to like get Maggie out, like scoot Maggie.
Yeah,
Maggie
I'll
just
help
kind of
guide.
like is just like looking at you guys and like there's I wouldn't say like it's indecisive, but there's like clearly like something that's where she's just like, ugh, fine.
She's just like so concerning.
Yeah, are you all gonna
these two.
try to leave here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. In that case, let's push the unseen ahead a little bit. In the light of a new moon over at Camp Michelangelo, the statues in the garden seem to come alive, dancing in the moonlight reflected from a small fountain. What stories about the statues do campers whisper about, and what change do we see mirrored in Ashton's statue?
Okay. I have an idea, but again, we can do whatever. With the statues like looking like they come to life or whatever, maybe the rumor is that like if you dance like with the statues, if you join like the statue ball or whatever, you become like encased in one of them or like become like one of them, you know what I mean? Like very like join us energy. And I don't know how that would look in Ashton's statue specifically, but I feel like that's kind of the rumor. And all the kids think it's just like the counselors saying this thing to keep them from going out.
Yeah, that rocks. Yes, we see Ashton's statue sort of joining in the dance.
There we go.
Him having been working on it. And we see Ashton sort of dancing with it.
Yeah, like
but-
the arm positions change a little. Like, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Back at our camp, though, you all are grabbing Maggie and heading out. And as you do, you bump into.
Costume change.
Shit.
You bump
Scared.
into another. You bump into a camp counselor coming in, or an adult coming in at the very least. She isn't wearing what the rest of the camp counselors have been. She's not like in the same uniform as them. She is in like a white lab coat. And she is standing at the top of the stairs, and she just sort of looks at the three of you, like arms crossed, tapping a heeled foot.
Oh, whoops.
Hi.
So, did you all think we wouldn't see you tie the front door open?
I don't think it was meant to be a secret.
No.
Is that like
It's
a
more
problem?
like precautions.
So, what were you all doing here?
Does it like matter?
Yeah, I think it does matter.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
Oh, there's another camp kid that's been running around, and they ran in here, so we were like, oh, we should check it out to make sure, because this building is probably, not to standard.
We were
Not
super
safe.
worried about them like getting trapped in here and like dying. So, and we didn't want to get trapped in here and also die.
Okay, so you found her, and she's.
We're still looking for her, actually. That's why we went down here. We heard her go down here, and now she's not here. I don't know.
And she starts coming down the stairs towards you all. She's like, well, why don't we look for your friend together?
Yeah, so we'll have to go upstairs.
We already checked down here.
Yeah.
Already checked down here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she closes the door at the top of the stairs behind her as she comes down. She's like, it wouldn't hurt to check a second time.
I think it's perfectly fine, but and like Lucas is like kind of like backing down. I don't
Yeah,
know what the marching
she's
order, but it's like
very
I think
slowly
he's in
walking down the
front.
stairs at you.
Just like one step at a time, maybe a little bit into Maggie if Maggie and Honey don't move.
I think Maggie kind of does like step out of the way, kind of like, what is your deal? Like, very like, in the past, she's been very like, oh my gosh, Lucas, are you okay? But now she's just like, oh my gosh, whatever. Who cares? It's not that deep.
Yeah, so she comes down. She's like, so this is the only room this hallway down here is the only other place that, upstairs area really goes to. So your friend must be down here, right? And
I mean, if you say so.
She walks over to that second door, the one Bonnie was behind previously, and opens it up. And she's like, what was your friend's name?
Bonnie or something?
She's like, okay, Bonnie, come on out. And she's opened that locked door. Just no key, just twisted the knob, pushed the door right open.
While she's doing this, Lucas is gesturing to Honey and Maggie like,
Yeah, yeah. Like Honey was gonna be like, ladies first, we're gonna book it.
like fucking leaving.
Yeah, you all are gonna try to book it?
Maggie is going to kind of like go along, but she will need like coaxing or like kind of almost like physical pushing.
Yeah, I think actually like a mirror of the last time we escaped one of these things. Lucas grabs your hand because he's in the front now and pulls you along. Like, let's go.
And she turns to look at the three of you as you run. And she doesn't say a single thing. She watches you three start heading up the stairs, but as you go away from her, you can hear your heartbeat in your ears. Something scary is happening here.
No.
You get to the top of the stairs, the three of you trying to leave, and the door behind her, she locked that door behind her. You are down here with her. And you all are at the top of the stairs. You can hear her heels clicking as she walks down the hallway towards the base of the stairs that you all are at the top of.
Can we break the door down?
Yeah. Absolutely. We can try to break the door down. Go ahead and give me, we'll call this a confront roll. I'm gonna set it at like 16.
Okay.
I'll say if you get between it at a 13, you're gonna take the door down. You're gonna get hurt in the process. At a 16, we get it down fine. No issues.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. I rolled a 19.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
With a +2.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you get your
so
hand
powerful.
on that doorknob.
Like, Honey's like, absolutely not. Boom.
Yeah. You just take a shoulder right to the door, knock that thing off its hinges. It is loud. And you're not sure if maybe the door is that loud or if you're just hearing better than you had been.
Fuck.
Ah.
But the three of you take off.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we headed?
It's like we're running. I'm saying clothesline. Like as we're running.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my god. I think Honey's leading this charge.
Yeah. I like
with
that.
I think that, like, do we have like the closest? I just want to get as far away from here as possible. I think that Honey is like absolutely not. That is absolutely haunted. Where is the missile? Is one. Look, I feel like Honey does not know where Honey is going.
Yeah.
And Honey's just booking it.
Cool. Give me a chart real fast.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good dice. I rolled a 17 with a +0.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll say you can head back towards the habitats, back to your specific camp area. You don't have to make it all the way there, but it gives us like an idea of where you're headed to. And you start head that way. Do you all turn around to see if she gets clotheslined?
I mean,
I don't really care.
You actually recognize that as you get further away, sort of all of the emotions you should have been feeling are coming flooding back in.
Oh shit. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
oh,
I think, does Lucas look back? Because Lucas is
Oh,
kind of dragging.
absolutely.
You will see that Maggie is like crying. Like there are actively like tears streaming down her face, and like her hand like feels like sweaty in yours. And like you've had to kind of like pull, and you're noticing like she is putting more effort into running and kind of catching up to you as the further you get away, to the point where it's like she's running side by side with you by the time we're like kind of getting where we want to go.
I think I'll look back to make sure that they're still behind me. I'm not particularly looking to make sure someone gets clotheslined.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you all are able to head back, and as you look just to make sure everybody's fine, you do briefly see that scientist lady walk up to where she would be clotheslined and just sort of like chop a hand down, destroys the extension cord.
I hate it. She's the worst.
Hate it.
I think like as we're running, I think at some point Maggie goes, "Oh my fucking god, that was terrifying."
Oh, thank God. Okay,
that was so scary. Oh my god. Like, did you hear that scream? It was horrific. And then there's all those cages. What did they put in those cages? Like, I'm like totally freaking out. That was so scary. I hated it. I hated it. I think it was worse than a dead body, and I couldn't scream, and that was awful. It felt so awful.
We need to talk about that when we're inside for sure, because that thing you just said is buck wild.
You all head back to the habitats. Are the three campers calling it a night here?
I think it's like a power down to make sure Maggie is okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's not calling it a night so much as making sure our friend is fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't think we're leaving the habitat is kind of like the main thing. I think we're in there, we're closed up, waiting for an adult to kind of come show up at the door, not convinced that like
Oh yeah,
we
I'm
got
ready
away.
for
You know
her
what
to,
I
like,
mean?
Terminator 2 this. Like,
Correct.
That's what he's waiting for.
Let's do the final step of the unseen then.
Perfect.
Back at Camp Michelangelo in the morning, Ashton is gone, replaced entirely by their suddenly completed sculpture. Where do the counselors say Ashton disappeared to in the middle of the night, and why don't the campers believe them?
I mean, obviously Ashton had to go home.
Yeah.
Obviously. And that's insane because it was in the middle of the night and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I want to say that like it was like pitched as sort of like a medical emergency. Like Ashton forgot like an inhaler or
He absolutely forgot his inhaler.
yeah, but like the campers don't believe it because his inhaler's on his like bedside table where it's been literally since day one.
Mhm.
Oh.
And we
yes.
zoom away from Camp Michelangelo for the last time. Back to your bedrooms. As you all sort of decompress and call it a night here. What's the general
Like,
feeling of the campers?
weighted blanket on
On
Maggie, basically.
Like making sure she has water. I think actually like Lucas re-grabs your hand and is like, Are you good?
I think I felt what depression feels like, but I don't know. It was just like I
will
was
be
sad,
clipping that one.
but I was happy, but I was like whatever. And like I was so scared. Like I knew that it was scary and like I was totally freaking out, but like I couldn't like at the same time. It was like if like if feeling like big feelings is here and feeling no feelings is here, I was like here. Like there was like a switch or something. And like I don't know. I didn't like it though. It felt bad. And like it was like I couldn't give a shit, which is like very off-brand for me. But I don't know how to like describe it better than that. Do I have to start listening to like Panic at the Disco and shit now?
I don't think that's a requirement.
Okay. Because
Also-
it's Brat Summer and I will not.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't think that would fix anything. And
Did you guys
I'm-
feel that though? Like,
No, we got the full 100% feeling that was not great.
it was quite bad. And you like remember seeing Bonnie or whatever that was that looked like another person
oh yeah.
do all that shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like the scream and like there was like a weird like feeling in the air, like I don't know, like pressure, I guess. Like, you know, when you're like going on a road trip with your mom's boyfriend and you like are going up the mountains and like your ears kind of pop, like it felt like that but everywhere.
Will everyone give me real fast a difficulty 12 comprehend roll? And this will be if you can
Yes.
remember a thing you saw.
I'm not a smart
Yes.
girl.
No.
Ooh, I got me a 15.
Missed it by 1 and 11.
I got it.
Cool,
I
actually-
got a 1.
It does feel like this would be a thing only Lucas caught.
Amazing.
Lucas,
So
as you
on
think
brand.
back about like having looked through the window at Bonnie the last time you saw her, her head was sort of dropped, and just like thinking it back over, there was some sort of like large scar coming up the back of her neck.
Like a surgical scar, I'm guessing.
It could be.
Oh Christ. Hmm. That's. He's gonna keep that to himself for now because that's like a mental note he's made.
Mhm.
He's made, and is like definitely trying to talk Maggie down. This is not gonna help at all.
Yeah.
It's like.
This
I
is
know
like
she-
absolutely a terrifying detail you remember while trying to calm somebody else down. Like, yeah, it's fine. Shit. It'll be
Okay.
fine. Shit.
It's like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh no, and okay, well, I don't think she's haunted, so that's a good thing. That's
It's much relief. That was
'Kay.
real weird.
First of all, Lucas, if you're going to tell a girl like something like that, it's hauntingly. Like that's what you want. Not haunted. That sounds creepy and weird. Hauntingly though,
Oh.
that like gives
That-
Oh,
big like, you know.
You were real hauntingly for the whole time.
Oh, thank you. It's that lip gloss, right? Such a good color.
it's a great color. It's such a good color.
But
I
like
don't think it helped.
I guess we should be. Here's the thing, like that. A lot of that sounds like what was talked about, like during like the campfire, right?
That's what I was thinking.
I thought I
Like
was
the
crazy.
scream and like I don't
It's-
know. It felt like I felt bad. Like
Oh shit! Like the actual campfire story.
yeah,
That doesn't seem right. That can't.
Oh, so that thing's the creature?
Bonnie's the creature.
No, I don't think.
You know, I think it's the lady in the lab coat. 'Cause she like full on
That's-
karate chopped.
She was giving
That
P2,
close eye.
wasn't she?
Like
Yeah.
100%.
Whoa.
Because I remember from the campfire story, it said that like we can hear like our insides.
Oh
and
my
I
gosh, you're
could
right.
I could hear my insides when we were running.
Yeah. You're oh gosh.
Oh. But, I don't
But
think-
like oh go for it, Lucas.
no. You please.
It just that like maybe I don't know. Like if it's a dream, like again, we like but I don't feel like we're sleeping. Like that felt really real to me. Did you guys see like a name tag on that lady at all?
Did we?
You can have. Give me another whoever wants to try to remember this, give me a comprehend check. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. The difficulty on this one is 16. Remember this?
Oh, I missed. I missed.
I got a
bad.
17. I got a
Same.
17.
Same.
Oh my gosh. Lucas got a 7.
Oh gosh.
He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, as you think back about seeing her in that lab coat, you do remember she had like a label on her chest. Like it looks like it would have been a name tag. And you're having a hard time. Like she was mostly in shadow for a lot of the time you saw her, but what you did make out were a few letters. You made out a B. There was something that was just sort of always obscured, maybe had some dirt on it. There was an N, and then a hyphen, and it said she was from Chicago.
I just remember she's from Chicago.
How do you know she's?
Oh, so she had a thing, you know, the little name things,
Yeah.
and there was like, because I was like, oh, we're in trouble. We got to remember who this person is, but I couldn't really read it because it was dark, and I saw a couple of letters, but I could just read Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care
It
at the
was,
time.
I should say, shortened to CHI. You just do know
Yeah.
that's like the Chicago city
Oh.
code.
Yeah.
And I put it in the chat just so you'll see it.
Beautiful. Honey's just intuited this. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's
It
great.
feels on brand.
I just I didn't care, so I only kind of glanced, but I remember there being like a B and an N.
So they did have a name tag, and they're from Chicago. That's weird.
I mean, could it have been like, I don't know.
Okay. Hear me out. We're nixing the dream theory because I think this is some sort of government facility, like for sure, right? This is some sort of like black site. This is some off the book shit they're doing.
So it's like that other movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Which one? He's in
Like-
so many.
The one with the island?
The island one.
Shutter Island.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God, I hope
island
not.
one.
Is it?
Oh.
Are we Shutter Islanding?
Oh no.
Have we been shuttered on an island right now?
I love that we have watched so many movies about Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love Wasa. This is what I appreciate about you. You knew immediately where I was going because I was like, was Leonardo DiCaprio?
I was over here like, what movie could we possibly? It's Shutter Island. Okay.
Yeah. That's why we're all
Uh.
grouped together. They just knew who watched the most Leonardo DiCaprio movies and put us in the same cabin.
I love that it's just like Maggie and Honey constantly with like the references and Lucas being like, okay, whatever. I actually read books.
He's like, wait, what movie was that? What was in? I just rewatched the OG Star Trek. Don't ask him about it. No.
Yeah.
So you think this is some sort of like what? Like that they're experiment, you know? I don't remember a
What
lot
do they
of
do in
that.
space, Lucas? Why do we even go there to do experiments?
That's correct, actually. So
What if they're just preparing us for space in like the most fucked up way possible?
oh shit. I was trying not to freak you guys out because this could just be nothing, but like, you know, Bonnie, how she wasn't facing us. She had like this big scar on the back of her neck that looked surgical to me, and it could just be maybe she's had spinal surgery. I don't know what those look, but it looked like it didn't look old.
It didn't quite look like the ends of it matched up.
What does that mean, Keegan?
So the skin on the left and the skin on the right don't necessarily feel like they were touching.
It was poorly done.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Oh.
And
And did we, when she was running and like we saw her back when she ran into the place, did we see any like she looked completely normal to us?
Now that you're thinking about it, it was dark. You weren't like shining a flashlight at the back of her head. You do wonder if that was always there.
I'm a little worried. You're right, Maggie.
That we're on Shutter Island?
No.
I'm pretty sure this is Connecticut.
In canon, I want to remind you all this is Australia.
There we go. I guess
That
I'll
checks
retcon
out.
it. I'm pretty sure Shutter Island is in Connecticut.
I mean,
We only know it's in
maybe.
Australia because Honey's dad drives a Hilux.
That's right.
Yep.
We did establish that.
We
Correct.
did establish that we're in Australia with Honey. I mean, maybe. I don't really remember what they do in that movie. Do they do unethical experiments on people to like make them? I don't know, for the government. That sounds like I caught it on TV like once.
Here's what I think. And I'm still kind of like freaking out, but I'm being really brave about it. I think tomorrow, we try to sleep. Because sleep is an important building block for the proteins that my boy Honey is trying to build. Our mental capacities will not be good, and I will look like utter shit tomorrow. And I don't feel, if I look like shit, I'll feel like shit. And I already feel not great. So we have to end the cycle. But maybe in the morning, we can try and ask around about that other counselor, because it's also super fucking weird that she's not here trying to, like, blow up our spot.
Yeah. That's...
But maybe we can find out about her. And, like, obviously, the buildings here make no sense at all. They're just, like, moving around willy-nilly labyrinth style.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I don't like that, but that's... No, I think you're right.
But also,
think
if
you're
the
right.
Goblin King shows up, dibs. I'm calling
I
it now.
understand.
You know what? Neither one of us
I
called
get
it
you.
fast enough, so that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
You had a chance.
I know we had our chance.
Dang it.
Before we get going to bed, what is our bravery looking like? I believe Sarah's the only
I'm
one
down
who's
one. Mm-hmm.
cool. Then cheer badge. Not gonna work on yourself.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
you
We
cannot
all
see
lose
yourself.
one?
I believe
In
only
the
Sarah lost one.
previous?
The other two of you passed.
Yes.
But in the previous episode, did we
Only
all
Luke-
lose one or
only
Lucas?
Lucas.
Only Lucas
Only
did, and we used the
Lucas.
cheer badge to get it back.
Yep. And I
Gotcha.
couldn't use it again today anyways.
You
so.
could use it again today. It's been technically you
'Cause it was
cheered last
yesterday.
last night.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
But
But
also-
either
That's
way.
why I was trying to double check ability uses before we went to bed and called it a new day.
Mhm.
Are there ways that we can help people get their bravery back if we don't have a cheer badge?
Yeah. During the day phase, any of you will be able
I
to
can,
take
like,
a rest, or
right?
rest and relaxation instead
Okay.
of taking a course or preparing an item or searching for clues, and you'll be able to rest and just immediately regain one.
Cool. Okay.
Mhm.
But it's always worth double checking, just that Sarah can hand out free points.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you all go to bed. It is an uncomfortable night of sleep, I would assume. But in the morning, way too early once again, there is a knock on the front door. And you all are awoken once again by Counselor the Vulture.
Kind of
I'll
relieved to
open the
see
door.
it's her.
Yeah. She I assume you're fully dressed like last time again, Honey, since you wake up with the morning sun. You've already done your push-ups and whatnot.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm, mhm.
She comes in and she's like, the other two of you just not gonna get used to waking up early, huh?
Like, they're just from the lump of things on the bed.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take a 5 or something, just to maybe 7 with. I'm like looking at like the mountain of stuff that is on Maggie's bed, like maybe 7 minutes.
That's so fair.
get out.
Breakfast will be at the mess hall again. You know, it'll be over in an hour, so I would get in there. Get your proteins.
Get your proteins.
Great. Well, do you all need anything
wait,
from me?
wait. And there'll be like a rumbling. And like she'll kind of an arm will come out and just like shove back the comforter, and she'll like sit up and her hair is all crazy again, like eye makeup is smudged everywhere, that lip gloss is like smeared on her cheek. And she'll go, does anyone who work here is from Chicago?
Anyone who works here from Chicago?
This is really important to me.
No, we're all from rural Australia.
There's not a place in Australia called Chicago.
No. The closest place here is Fern Gully.
That's not even a little bit like Chicago, honey.
No.
That doesn't sound anything like Chicago.
What about, there's that one band called Chicago. Do you really like Chicago, Vulture?
She sort of thinks for a second. She's like, I don't, but I think Alan does.
Alan would.
He would. Be at 3
okay.
a.m. Chicago, Australia.
Yeah, I think
She has a strong Australian accent that I'm just not doing because I
There we
don't want to
go.
appropriate or whatever.
Oh no, I can't do it. Okay, great. She's gonna kind of like look at the vulture and then look at the group and say, so this is like super weird or whatever. But we totally saw a grown-up, like an adult or whatever, in a lab coat who like accosted us when we weren't doing like anything.
She
and I
came into
didn't-
your cabin and accosted you?
She was outside, but she did accost us.
Explain.
She was like trying to get us to look at a place that we didn't want to, and we were like, no. And then she insisted, and we were still
Her
like, no.
eyes get wide, but I think she thinks this one was like trying to flash you.
Lucas has
100%.
his face in
She's
his
trying to make you
hand.
look at something you shouldn't. Are
Well,
you
like,
okay?
Look, well, she said there was another camper missing, and that we were needed to go help her look for them, and like we didn't.
She like pulls out her tablet and she's looking. She's like, "No, we've now that I've marked the 3 of you as up and present. Looks like
She
everyone's
said it
here
was-
today."
What did she say that girl's name was? Bonnie, I think.
Bonnie.
Bonnie, huh? She scrolls through like the camp roster on her device. She says, "We don't have a Bonnie that comes here. What was this counselor's name?"
It was hard to say, like, and she was like really rude. She had like a name tag. There was like a B and an N on it. I don't know. Like, I was really concerned, and you'll see like she's like slowly like being more awake. I was really concerned because like it wasn't you, and that was really weird that she felt like she could just like come in here and like do your job poorly, I might add. But like we just didn't recognize her, so we didn't listen to what she said.
This
Is
is
that the right
really
thing?
concerning. I'm gonna talk to Sharon about this. But if there's some strange woman walking around the campgrounds at night, that's obviously a thing we're concerned about.
Yeah.
Do you mind
For
giving
sure.
me a little time to look into this? I'll
Yeah,
walk you all
no-
to the mess hall this morning, just in case.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Just as a side note, she was wearing like a weird lab coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that we all had to wear or try to wear these things.
Yeah, no, you should be in your space overalls.
Yeah, this is. I didn't think they passed out lab coats. Is there like a lab nearby, like, or was there one here before, or like, is this?
She's like, well, this was supposed to be initially, like before this was camp, this was a facility that was training astronauts. There's probably, I think like one of the abandoned buildings still has a lab under it, but like they're all boarded up. No one should be working at them.
Yeah. People couldn't just. I was just wondering, maybe if there's a lab nearby, or there's stuff still here. Maybe somebody took a lab coat that got left behind. Maybe.
Or maybe a lunatic has like snuck into space camp and is threatening to kidnap us all and eat our brains.
let's get headed to the mess hall. And she's gonna walk the three of you. She'll wait till you get like changed and ready to go or whatever, but she'll walk the three of you to the mess hall, and I'll just give you this for free as you walk to the mess hall, because the old abandoned building was right behind it. The abandoned door is like nailed shut again. It has like big wooden beams nailed to it. There's no like destroyed electrical cord over here. Yeah, and she even points it out as she goes past. She's like, "Yep, the old lab's still locked up."
Yep. It's so locked.
So no zombie scientist coming out of there, at least.
I mean, that's one less thing.
She tries to chuckle. She's like trying to like break this tension, but she's clearly worried about an adult walking around the campground flashing the children.
Yeah. See something, say something. Am I right?
No, I'm very glad you did. And she drops you off at the mess hall here and immediately makes her way over to Sharon Nemesis, and you could see them having a conversation over in the corner.
She just the second I think she's out of earshot, I'm gonna turn it. I fucking knew that Bonnie didn't even go here because I would have remembered that curl pattern. I swear to God.
You were right.
You were right. I knew you were right.
So is she a ghost or like what the shit?
Some sort of science experiment
that got out and then wanted to get back in. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Maybe somebody's clearly doing something.
Listen, I'm still freaked out from last night, so I'm gonna like need to just sit for a little bit today. But I don't like what. Where can we like get answers? Like, obviously, we can't tell the vulture everything.
Well, God, no. I'm kind of surprised it went this good. Honestly, like I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, that was real good.
I found like the key with talking to adults when you need their help, but you don't want them to like totally flip out, is just tell them what they want to know and like what's important for them to like do a thing, but not necessarily how you're involved. So for example, this one time when my mom's girlfriend was missing all of her like eyeshadow, I told her that like it did fall, but I didn't mention that it fell into my purse that I took to school so I could do my makeup at school, right? Technically, the truth, without all of the like screaming.
Masterful.
You all get breakfast and talk about how Maggie previously stole eyeshadow from her mom's girlfriend. And I think as you all are eating, Counselor Sharon and Alan both come and sit down at the table with you, and they're like, "Okay, so we need to talk." Alan's like, "Yeah, who did? Tell us what you told the vulture here."
I will do like essentially a quick recap where we saw a strange adult. They tried to like coax us into looking for someone. We said no, and like it disengaged. Okay. But we're pretty sure that had something to do with like Chicago.
The band, or
it's not really clear to me. What's that one song that they sing? My dad will like play it in the car when he wants to be like so obnoxious, but it's actually pretty cute. Oh, the inspiration one.
You're the inspiration. You see Alan sort of nods like, "Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one." He's like, "No, I don't think there's." Okay. And Sharon like sort of shuts him up. She's like, "So," and she slides her business card across the table at you. She's like, "If you see something tomorrow night or tonight, just give us a call or call the cops."
With what?
You all are teenagers. Do you not have cell phones?
I'm not bringing my cell phone to space camp.
Okay.
I'm here for an experience, to be engaged with my peers.
And she's like, "Okay, 1 second." And she heads out. And Alan's still sitting here, and he's like, "So you like Chicago?"
Maggie will kind of like look at him and tell that he needs this win. It's like, yeah, they're totally making like a really big like resurgence like on TikTok.
Yeah, he's like, my old friend Bran used to love them.
Oh, Bran, remind me if I'm wrong. Was Bran the like statue of the astronaut that's like here?
Yeah, Beatrice Brandsetter. She died here a number of years back, but
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
no, it's fine. You die in space sometimes. And while he's somberly thinking about his
Yes, that
dead
can
friend,
happen.
Die in space sometimes.
Sharon comes back holding a walkie-talkie.
Fuck
Oh.
yes.
She just hands it to you.
That was in character.
She's like, okay, watch your language, but if there is a problem, if you see any weird adults, if someone's trying to make you look at things or look for people, call me.
Okay. I will obnoxiously like turn it on and like before handing it to Lucas.
Wait, why is it for me?
Oh, I
Aren't you
figured-
doing that
The ham
phone
radio thing?
badge?
The ham radio
Yeah.
thing?
Mm.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
how you, I mean, this isn't a ham radio, but okay, sure. Yeah, it is a communication device.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll get into the actual day phase finally.
Nice.
I will say after this conversation, I'm going to start this night once we get to night phase again, with the
Cool.
heat a little higher, just because the
Totally
counselors are
makes sense.
currently on the lookout for a strange adult woman running around. So you all are going to start the night at 2 heat when it comes up.
Beautiful.
But
Amazing.
it is the day phase. Brr, 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 brr. So each day phase, you'll be able to choose 2 activities for your campers to do. You can prepare an item, you can take a merit course, you can search for clues, or you can rest and relax a little bit. Does anybody want to start?
I think I'm gonna start with like the rest. Just to get that
Totally a
bravery
sensible
back
call
up.
for you.
Well, yeah, I'm getting down to the schedule.
Oh yeah.
Are we on day 3?
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on day 3.
Remind
Also,
me
it's
what
an
page
Allen
that's
day.
on.
It's the jam board.
Yeah, it's on the Jamboard.
Oh, perfect.
It's also in the PDF if you want to look for it there, but it's.
Yeah, that's
I think
why
it's
No,
easier
this
on
I
the
is
was
Jamboard.
awesome.
scrolling like a goober.
Yeah, it's I think like the very last page of the PDF, in fact.
Yes.
Yeah, but you'll have your day phase. You'll each be able to do 2 activities during the day phase part, and then you'll all take either a star mapping or rocket building course, and then we'll move on to campfire phase again.
I will ask the question really quick because I took the knot class and then I tied the thing. Do I just automatically get the badge now because I did the
Oh,
2
yeah.
and 4?
You did 2 out of 4. Is that
Yeah.
what that one called? Yeah, the badge magically appeared on you last night.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure like when that necessarily took
Yeah, yeah.
place.
That's
Perfect.
worth re-mentioning. I know I mentioned it session 1, but it was so long ago. When you do the things you need for a badge, it just sort of magically appears. You instantly have access to it.
Canonically, I think it will appear on my suit as I'm like practicing knots in my hair while I'm resting.
Perfect.
That's so cute.
So we started with Sarah doing rest and relaxation. Who wants to go next? And we'll just choose one activity and then we'll go back around.
Oh, I'm gonna close off the trekking badge. So I took a trekking course during the day phase.
Mhm.
I choose to not stay overnight in a forest or on a trail. But like I guess Honey has like full bravery up. I think that I'll lead a group of campers on a hike, like let's say one of the day phase activities.
Of at least 5 miles. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, you're able to.
I actually don't know how much 5 miles is.
What is that? in
Great question. It
kilometers?
is in
5
kilometers.
miles, 2 kilometers.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good
probably
hike.
bad for a teenager, but extremely
Not for-
doable.
Especially not for Honey, I would say.
Yeah, I was gonna
Honey's
say-
got it. I mean, more the rest of the people you're leading is who I'm concerned about.
I think Honey's like, I'm gonna go for a good walk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Alan Ride comes with you because no one is allowed to do anything without a camp counselor present while the psycho woman in a lab coat is
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
being
Holy
looked
shit,
for.
yeah.
Yeah, Alan comes with you. He does not have the
The right shoes.
he does not have the right shoes. That's right. He's out
Never
here.
has the right shoes.
He is out here in a pair of like yeah,
Like
they're absolutely
Birkos or
Crocs.
something.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say Crocs. It
God.
has to be like, and he keeps making the joke that he's put them in 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, he's like they're in
he's put
sport mode.
Yes.
He's wearing socks with them too.
Oh no.
Oh, I think we're gonna walk past a creek. Just FYI, you know you got socks on.
That's fine. Everyone loves having wet socks. I've dealt with worse.
Or you could die in space, I guess.
It's better than dying in space. You said it this
Yeah,
time,
that's
not me.
true.
I get in trouble if I say it.
I'm trying to bond. And then like there's like a long pause. Honey's like, this isn't working, and walks away.
Yeah, he's just quiet for the rest of the hike. He doesn't really know what to do with the teenager saying out loud, "I'm trying to bond with you." He's like, am I not likable on my
Oh no.
We'll hop over to Lucas. What are you up to?
Hi. I want to try to get another thing for my nuclear badge, but I realize all of the things are pretty bananas. Unless there's an active or decommissioned nuclear site or someone's got some nuclear material that I can put my grubby little paws on.
100%.
I
the
will
vulture has
absolutely
some
give you an
nukes.
opportunity to do this in the next night phase.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fun. In that case, I think I'm actually going to like prepare an item instead because I feel
Ooh.
like he's pretty sure shit's kind of getting
Out of
spicy.
hand.
It's getting out of hand. I actually think it's gonna be rope. Like
It is worth mentioning now that Sarah has the knot tying
wait.
badge, she always has rope on her.
Never
Yes.
mind. Oh, Maggie's got this shit.
I got us.
Beautiful. All right. You know what? This is kind of a wild pull. But wait, no, this is Lucas would do this instead. A compass because of this whole like things moving around, things not being where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, compass is a good call.
A compass.
Cool. We are in the back half of the day now. We will hop back over to Maggie. What are you doing with your second activity today?
That is this where we pick the course?
Nope. You get 2 activities and then everybody does the course.
Gotcha. I think I want to.
Yeah, everyone explicitly gets 2 activities, so you could potentially heal 1 and do something with your day
Awesome.
still.
Cool. I'm trying to read through the ones that I was considering.
Yep.
I think I need 3.
Yeah, some of the badges easier than others for sure.
Okay. I think yeah, I'm gonna go with surprisingly not surprisingly. I'm gonna go with public speaking.
Yeah, you're like, that makes so much sense for you. You're taking a speech and debate course.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, speech and debate, that absolutely has to be Sharon Nimmis's. But since we are on the back half of the day, she's much more mellow.
Yeah.
For I guess people who didn't watch the first one, she has smoked a lot of weed, which happens in the middle of the day.
Yes, an important Sharon fact.
In the weed bathroom.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's very chill. She's like, yeah, good debate.
Thanks.
Good job.
Perfect. Yeah, like I think I'm like watching Sharon and like slowly like losing respect and like mentally making a lot of comparisons to like her and the vulture. And like that very like teen kind of angsty sort of way of like the vulture is like so much cooler than you. Like, but I'm keeping that to myself.
Yeah.
But it's on my face.
Back to Honey. Sorry, I dropped a candy bar, if anyone was wondering what was going on over here.
Wasa,
Honey,
you're
you're muted.
I certainly am. I think for the duration of this this hike, Honey, having kind of been stuck with Alan, is going to. I think there's like that mystery option that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Alan about like the history of this campground.
Yeah.
It's like, why did they pick like an old space, and there's a long pause, like place rocket house for this campsite? And why is there like a closed up lab? Is that dangerous?
Is the lab dangerous? Okay, so here's the deal with the camp generally. Is that before it was a camp, we were actually going to shoot rockets off from it. So this was at one point like a working spaceport. Spaceport, that's probably not the right word. He would know the right word. Keegan does not. But like, you know, we were doing actual research to send people to space, and then, you know, my friend passed away tragically here. And it got shut down, but sort of in her memory, we turned it into a camp. He's like,
she has like a memorial site?
Yeah, he's able to point you to he can tell you about like where her grave is. It is that little skull-shaped planet on the bottom, like on the right side of the map.
Oh yeah, after the time bridge. Gotcha.
Yep, right after the time bridge. He's like, yeah, she still has a memorial here. I'm sort of just still here. Like, where else would I go? You know. He's being way too honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he does tell you, like while you're talking about her, like on this hike, he's able to tell you her call sign was BAN, would have been like
shit.
Yeah, the first 3 letters of her last name.
Oh my god.
I think like Honey has been trying so hard to be useful like to the group, and there's like once there's like the BAN, there's like the
Yeah, and he's you know, he's telling you all about her because now you're you're actively stuck listening to him because you're 2.5 miles away with this man, and he's like, yeah, you know, she was like the American astronaut on our team.
Oh, she was from
Chicago,
from the States.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not been there, but I've heard there's good pizza there.
Oh no.
I've never been there. That's what you get out of him, though.
Oh god.
I'll connect the dots for you there. And then we are back to Lucas.
Hi. So I'm not doing another class right now because I am going to like I got the compass, and I think it took a while to find one and then convince somebody to give it to me. I think that's sort of the like, because like prepping an item sounds like it's probably acquiring it.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to make sure this shit works and make sure nothing interferes with it, because my thought is maybe like there's some, he's trying to rationalize it like this sort, maybe there's like magnetic shit going on here, maybe. And so like I think
walk around the camp and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, like maybe like to like where the along the shoreline of the river.
I was about to give you that anyway. Yeah, you're walking around the shoreline of the river, and as you get near the time bridge, which you know isn't called the time bridge in the setting, it's just the bridge. But as you get near the time bridge, it goes fucking haywire.
Oh no. Like he like does the thing where he like steps away from it and is like trying to like count the feet of how close he has to get to whatever spot to make it happen, and just keeps walking towards the spot that makes it happen. Like,
yeah, you're able to find the spot that makes it, the spot where it's worse is obviously like directly in the center of the bridge, because where else would I put it? And as you get further away from the bridge, the the magnetic nonsense goes back to normal. But you're like, cool, okay, so the bridge is wrong, and you like look back down at your watch, and it's like almost you're running late for your next classes. I love making Lucas late for things.
I love that Lucas is always late. I love that Honey gets the bombshell reveals. Lucas is always late.
Always.
And Maggie's
Always.
just generally like, I'm here.
Maggie's having a good time. Actually, a bad time, it seems like. I think that's actually like Maggie's having a bad day.
I took a nap. I'm okay now.
You're fine now. You're fine now. But definitely, Lucas like almost drops the compass, realizes what he's like, oh shit, puts it in his pocket, and just absolutely books it to the rocket building class so fast as his nerdy little legs can carry him.
Yeah, the other two of you, are we doing star mapping or rocket building? And as a reminder, let me look, because you get specific merit badges related to those classes. So if you took History of Space course, you should probably take star mapping, and if you took History of Rockets or Science of Rockets, you should probably take rocket building.
Yeah, I was for sure going to do star mapping with the understanding of we keep going to these weird buildings and they're like not where they're supposed to be. And Maggie does have the audacity because she saw Moana 3 times in theaters. She thinks that she can map the stars if she just takes this class and then can be a wayfinder and know all of the things.
I love her too.
God damn.
Honey also taking star mapping, but is like on like a trekking binge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're like, I'm gonna learn about the North Star.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I know how to walk a trail. I'm gonna see this trails in the sky.
Cool.
Still, because I think he forgot to ask whether or not he's actually going to go to space to Alan. Completely forgot. Got blindsided.
Yeah, absolutely a fair thing.
I love it.
Each of you now has 2 of the 4 requirements met to get your badge or whatever. If you're getting the Stargazer badge, you'll want to try to find your way back to base camp at some point while navigating by stars, or spend at least 4 hours in the observatory. And if you're going after that rocket science badge, you'll want to fire a bottle rocket at least 300 feet in the air, or bring a lunar rover through a series of obstacles undetected.
I think you know which one I'm gonna do.
I don't, and that's the fun part.
I want like a Fast and Furious sequence with the lunar buggy of us like crashing through the forest. Like so we get like
a car.
Correct. So like at like the same moment, like our little like we navigated by the stars, like turn left. And you like
We're setting up an incredible scene for the future.
yeah.
Hell
if
yeah.
it doesn't I need it. I need
I
it.
need it to happen. I will do anything to make this happen.
High speed moon buggy chase. When
Cool. With that, we are heading into the campfire phase. I think we should do this one.
yeah, I think we're ready.
Yes.
I think
I
now
think
is
we're
the
ready.
appropriate time to add more
Mentally and
things to it.
emotionally ready.
Yeah, we go back to the campfire. It is growing late. I'm finding the button. We head back to the campfire. Everyone's gathered around. Alan's softly plucking at an old guitar again. And it's time to tell more spooky stories. Let me double check the thing. Cool, that's right. Great, let's start. We'll just keep going in the same order we have been. Let's start with Sarah. Roll me a d6 real quick. Or I'm sorry, a d4.
D4. Okay. Swapping out. Oh. For a second, I thought Kelby had stolen my D4, but we're good. I got a 4.
Okay, cool. Roll again. We got a 4 last time on it.
I got a 1.
Cool. You get the prompt. If you look past the blank, it looks a lot like blank.
And this is like in relationship to like the creature or just like anything?
This is probably in relation to the creature. If you want to take it a different direction, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I would say if you look past the creature, it looks like like a strange iridescent like shifting, like almost like, you know, like bubbles, like that kind of rainbowy whatever. It looks like that, like a glimmer of that in like the corner of your eye. Like if you look past, like if you're not looking directly at the creature, it's just like there's a strange not luminescent but like rainbowy my brain is not wording good, but I
got
feel
you
like
mean.
you get it.
Yeah.
Like a mirage almost.
Kind of. Yeah,
an
like
oil
very
slick,
very like iridescent and like shifting of colors, not necessarily light, but like a strange like shifting. Like when there's oil on like asphalt and you like walk, you can kind of like see it shifting, but like the figure, you only kind of see it out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah, I wrote it looks like a shimmering and luminescent rainbow force.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. Going in the same order. Wasa, go ahead and roll me a d6.
2.
2. All right, and then roll me a d4.
1.
Ooh, you can tell they are near when you feel blank on your skin. The sensation lasts for blank after any close encounter.
Oh gosh. Like I feel like the sensation you feel is like sort of like this like the like pressure around your skin, kind of like you're wearing like a pressure suit sort of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you can feel it probably like when they are nearing to like when you see them. So like the duration of time between like absence and then presence.
So the sensation lasts until they leave.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. And then B, go ahead and roll me a d6.
That is a 5.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll me a d4.
I don't have a real D4. We got to use the internet D4 roller.
Or just choose a number. Whatever.
2.
Cool. Its hunger is satiated.
Bottles it up.
That's what's
Okay.
happening. Oh, I love it.
I think we can hear ourselves.
Correct.
Now I can hear you.
Yay. Okay.
My setup did this exact same thing last time we played, and I did not catch what it was
Hilarious.
this time.
Okay. So the hunger is satiated by what? Like what's maybe Keegan's?
Boom, 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 boom. Where was I? Its hunger is satiated with a rare kind of blank that can only be found blank.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to take some group consensus on this because do you think this is like a metaphorically rare, going with the empathy thing? Like this is something from humans, or is it some sort of like rare mineral?
I like the idea that it's like a rare, not necessarily that Keegan, can you repeat the statement for me?
Yeah, it's satiated with a rare kind of blank.
I kind of like the idea that it's like a rare kind of like occurrence or like feature, right?
Mhm.
Like something that is like very unique to the human experience, because I love the direction Wasa went with like the empathy thing.
Exactly. Like I want to play on that.
Yeah.
And I think it's like maybe it's feeding on an emotion, like that's why like you can't. And
like
it's a
something
very
specific to like the camp setting.
yes, like a very I
emotion?
think it's a specific kind of like a very visceral fear that
Mhm.
you can like that only exists like in life and death situations, like when you feel like it's
Oh,
Do we want to get like really dark?
yeah
How
yeah I
dark
think
do we
so.
want to go?
Yeah.
So like you get the feeling like the lack of empathy, right? And so it's like almost like a building on that. Like it's that you're like it feeds on like the fact that like you are mortally afraid, like or but you can't necessarily feel it. Like it's almost like the absence of it, right? Like
it eats it. And that's why
yeah.
you can't feel it.
Yeah.
Because that's like it's feeding on the fear of death.
oh, that's very like in space. No one can hear you scream.
Yes.
vibes.
Yes.
Yes.
Incredible. So I'm just going to write down for this. It's satiated with a rare kind of fear that you can only find in life and death situations, and we'll know the sort of expanded bit around this.
We're really good at this, but shit.
We're too good at it.
Son of a
I
bitch.
like the space camp horror is like actually the horrors of space, but like
Right.
Yeah.
It's what if the
Oh.
horror of space was here in the camp with us?
yeah.
That being said, we just did our campfire phase. We're going to take our game mandated 5-minute break here.
Woohoo.
So we will be right back. We'll catch everybody on the flip side. And look at that, we're back. Yeah, you all are done telling your campfire stories, and you all have made it back to your habitat. Counselor, Counselor the Vulture.
Miss the vulture.
Miss the Vulture if you're nasty. She makes sure you all get squared away, and then she points to you, Lucas, and she's like, "You still have the walkie, right?"
And he squelches it like.
You get a call back immediately from Sharon Nemesis. Like,
Oh,
is something happening? Are you safe?
sorry, no, I thought the vulture had the other one. She asked me if I had it. It's fine. I was just showing her it worked.
Okay, yeah, it works. Over.
Oh.
And the vulture sort of like nods her head, and she's like, "Okay, just get sleep. Any weird adults, you call us. We'll call the cops. Or if you have cell phones like normal teenagers, you can also just call the cops. You do not have to call Sharon."
Don't have a cell phone.
Great. How bizarre. And she's like, "Okay," and she heads out, and she like locks the door behind her.
I love that we've all made the character choice to like adamantly not have cell phones.
It's
like,
so funny.
No, we are off the grid.
They don't work in the wild, and if you go to space, they're not going to work either. You don't have coverage in space.
Exactly. Lucas just doesn't have a cell phone, and now he's glad because no one else does, and so it's like normal here.
I think that Maggie definitely has a cell phone, but like for a myriad of reasons decided to like not take it and pitched it to like because she was convinced her dad would just be blowing her up all the time, being like, "Are you having fun? What did you learn?" All this stuff. And she's like, I think she told her dad like cell phones are not allowed because she didn't want to deal with like keeping him updated.
Oh my god. Powerful.
Beautiful.
So what's the vibe tonight?
Guys, I'm kind of freaked out.
Yeah. I found out that I was having a chat with Alan when we were going on a walk, and Alan's mate, the one that's not here, had one of those little name tags, or like the call sign was BAN, and then the chi for Chicago. Do you think?
Wait,
is
say
that
that
like
again?
is that a stretch?
No, say what you said that again in that order.
So I was talking to
just
Alan
what was on the
when we were
name. Just what was on the name tag.
BAN, because it's the last name, and then Chicago, like CHI.
Yeah. Lucas, does that sound like?
That's ridiculous. That can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it.
But like it is.
That can't be it. That's
the name tag says Banshee.
I mean, I know this is the. No, she has a memorial here. There's like a memorial here. Like after the bridge, there's that place.
Right, but like, let's. Okay, first of all, excellent sleuthing. Way to get Alan to cough up the good details. Because I thought for sure.
To stop talking.
Really?
It was. Yeah, I was like, "So how was your day?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sad. Let me talk about my best mate." And I was like, "Okay, sometimes we've got to unpack this, and why not do it on a, on
with a teenager?"
So, a couple of things. That's interesting. So, Alan still has feelings. He felt sad.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
So you see where I'm going here. So even though the lady that seemingly was his bestie and is definitely the Banshee hasn't been like in close contact with him, I guess, right? Because like when she came around, or like me, I didn't feel anything, but he still feels sad. So I think that's like interesting, right? Because like if I had a best friend that worked at a camp and I died, you know who I'm gonna haunt? My BFF.
Unless
for sure
it's not her. Unless it's something that is looking like her on purpose.
Looks like her.
True.
It's
Disgusting.
cloaking itself.
Horrible. Hate it.
Or it's her, and she's like, I don't know, just
Like
evil.
Casper, the friendly ghost, but not friendly.
Yes, an evil ghost.
And it doesn't
know.
really explain like Bonnie at all.
No, that's. Oh,
Here's the deal. I'm pretty freaked out. Like, obviously we need to figure out something. Like,
mhm.
I don't necessarily want to keep going back to that creepy building, especially that like they know. But I
No.
also don't know like where else to go.
So, well, we could go check out the memorial. I've got this, and he like fishes in his pocket. He's like, so I traded for this. It took some work. Don't worry about it. But this is the compass because like you guys are talking about like everything moves here. Things don't make sense where everything is. So I got this to like try to make sure we don't get lost in whatever sort of labyrinth thing is going on here. I was making sure all of like the magnetic stuff, something wasn't interfering, and something by that bridge like completely whacks it out, like completely makes it not work. It just spins. And so there's something in the bridge, and you mentioned that her memorial was on the other side. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there's got to be like some sort of rational explanation here. There's like a rational explanation here somewhere. I'm just not finding it.
I mean, or it's straight up kooky dukes and we are like on the edge of like a really crazy new discovery, and like who cares about going to space anymore when you can explain like space ghosts.
Coast to coast.
Like for sure, this would put us like on TV and on the news as like really incredible. Like anybody can go to space, obviously, but like,
I mean, no, but yes.
Not everyone can see space ghosts when they're not in space. That's cool.
super cool. The street cred, unheard of.
You actually have a point. If this is some sort of like undocumented scientific phenomenon, if this is some sort of like temporal bullshit or like other dimensions or like aliens, I mean, this is like we have to do this.
So do we like go to the memorial then? It sounds like yes. Or do we want to like try to go to one of the other buildings? Because like what's on the other side? Like what's also over there?
So okay, and he like actually fishes in his like bag, and he does have a map. He has a map of like the
Amazing.
the thing, and it is the lovely map Keegan has made us.
Yeah. And the little skull's the memorial, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
skull's the memorial. You
skull's the
also have the
memorial.
observatory, the 4D movie theater,
Yeah.
the lunar crater simulator, and the parking lot are all over there.
What if we check out the memorial, but also like the observatory?
I was thinking that too.
Right, because we took that star finding class, right? So maybe we can like
Yeah.
get an actual view of the stars and see like if there's any like shifty, timey-wimey bullshit.
Weird spaces. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like if it's shifting, then maybe we could see that. And also there's for sure going to be some like boring administrative paperwork there that we can maybe like scope out. Like for sure there's offices there.
Yeah. Maybe we can find Bonnie's name as if there is a Bonnie.
Maybe. In like a log or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
What if
head out towards the memorial.
Do we all know that it's a time bridge, or is it only Lucas that has been like absolutely smashed by this bridge?
And here's the question, Lucas. Did you tell anybody?
Nope.
Amazing. Amazing. Very, very good. No notes.
Didn't say a fucking word.
I love Lucas.
So you all are heading out of your out of the habitats, and you can see the time bridge from where you are. You head over it, and it's a normal trip of the time bridge, but you sort of, as you're getting across, you're like, damn, it's got bright out here, and you sort of like bring your hands up to guard you from the sun, which the sun shouldn't be here. And you look down, you're in the adult versions of your bodies. It is the middle of the day. And as you look around, something about this camp isn't right. Something about this camp isn't right. And you see a number of adults walking around wearing lab coats.
I am going to grab them and like drag them to the side and be like, holy shit. Listen, I need you guys to be so for real with me right now. You guys are awesome. You're my friends and I trust you. You have to be honest with me. And if you're not, I'll never forgive you. Am I hot? Tell me right now, did I like glow up or is this like a not good situation? Did I like go from like a Lindsay Lohan to Jamie Lee Curtis? Like talk to me.
Respectfully, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you
Think
are
in
very
your-
pretty.
Okay, cool. Thank God. And she'll like fix her hair and be like, we'll be totally fine then.
I'm so
Are
glad you're
we-
handling this well. Yeah, what's the vibe? What am I looking at here? Like what?
Yeah, as you look
Like,
down
did
at
we
yourself,
see ourselves shift into these adult?
you don't even notice it happening is the wild part. You are
Oh,
we can
like
see
the
each
sun
other.
comes up and
Correct.
that doesn't make sense. And that's when you notice you're not in your body. Or you're not in the version of your body that you know. You're all wearing you're actually all wearing your own little lab coats. They have the first 3 letters of your last name, a little hyphen, and then the city you were born in.
Oh my gosh. Sarah quickly trying to determine what city she's born in. Chance for pun. Cannot miss.
Good luck with that one. I got to plan around this. You all got thrown into it. Yeah, but you all you're looking around. There are just normal people walking around. Like this is like a normal scientific campus. And as you turn around, everything's a little different. Like this, you were looking at this camp 40 years ago when it was still a research lab.
Immediately, Lucas puts his hand like on both
Sorry,
of you, like
Dr. Lucas.
Oh my God, Dr. Fritz. Yes. He's so he will be thrilled about this when he realizes.
Mhm.
But right now, he puts his hand on both of you, like he's stopping, like you like when a car stops and like you're like kind of instinctively putting your hands out. It's like we are not crossing the bridge again until we figure out what the fuck this is. This is for sure the bridge thing. I thought I was just sort of losing an hour. I thought maybe I got distracted. I think the bridge is a wormhole. I don't know. Just stay on this side. Or like we're gonna find it until we figure out what this is, so we don't just die.
As you
Until
all
we sort of get a beat on things.
Yeah, as you all are talking this over, someone walks down towards you all, and you are aware in this moment that you recognize this woman.
Oh,
she
no.
is wearing the same coat you saw last night, the same little red heels. She walks up and she's like, "Oh, are you three are the new ones at the institute?"
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Follow me. And she starts leading you all towards the observatory.
I want to check my pockets of my lab coat.
Mhm.
Is there anything unexpected?
It's the same things that were in your pocket before you walked
Okay.
over the bridge.
Perfect.
Do we know that Lucas is a doctor? Is there like the doctor?
Yeah, it absolutely says Dr. Fritz.
He has not looked down.
My name tag has the first 3 letters of my last name, CAR, and then PET because I was born in Petersburg, Virginia.
Carpet?
Mine
Yes.
was like, so Honey Santiago, SAN, and like I chose like where Wasa was born. So it's
Amazing.
San.
Amazing.
One second, just for the sake of my notes, I thought Honey's last name was Esposito.
Oh wait, no, is it Esposito?
Yeah.
I may have made a mistake there. Yeah, Esposito. So ESP.
Yep.
San.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and she's walking you all. She's like, so this is the observatory. This is where we saw the thing in the sky the other night.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for more traces of it.
I'm sorry. I know that we got the folder from the person with the debrief, but it was a really long flight. Can you refresh my memory of like what happened? Like I read through it, but I'm just like it's blurry a little bit right now. You know,
And
jet lag.
she turns back around to look at you. She's been leading you to the observatory. And go ahead and make a confront roll for me. Set this
Okay, I was
at,
so hoping.
1 second. I have her number here. We're gonna go ahead and set this at 15.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. I rolled a 17 plus 2, 19.
Cool. Yeah, you feel for a second your body sort of jump back to where in time you should be. Like almost like she's like thrown you out of this illusion, and then she sort of blinks and you feel normal again. And she acts like you never asked that question. She turns back around and she keeps walking you towards the observatory.
I am alarmed and a little bit sweaty, but I will follow.
Yeah, I think like in the TV show of it, we see like
Yeah.
the spirit of a child push backwards out of your body for
Yeah, like it's just like a like
back in.
yeah.
So good.
Yeah, she heads you all towards the observatory, and she's like, so, as you saw in the debrief that you all got, you know what you see here stays here.
Of course. Absolutely.
Of course. She's like, okay, so, and she walks you over into a room, and you see on the wall, there are a few things labeled. She's like, so these are the call signs for the three things we saw yesterday. There's BAN. This is the mother, if you will. We have her child B0N. And then we have BUN, which was the small creature we saw. That's what we've labeled the three of them as. But
Is there a
we saw.
significance to these labels?
Sorry.
Sorry, is there a significance to the choosing of these labels, or is this just sort of a random?
Nope, these were just sort of random.
Okay.
These from the B series of interview of like spacecraft we've seen.
Noted. All right.
And then they just go A through Z, followed by numbers. But she pulls up a photo on the computer. You can see it looks like the thing they are talking about is it looked like there was a alien crash landed here. There are pictures of like a flaming UFO. And as you all look over it, that's sort of what the lunar crater simulator looks like. And she flashes and you see a very pregnant looking like green alien stepping out of it. Just sort of standing in front of it. She's like, so this is the one we're calling BAN. She's like, we believe it has its child on it. And then she clicks again and you see a number of small rabbit-like creatures. She's like, these are the BUNs, are the other thing that were on that ship. Do we have any questions?
Nope.
Perfect.
How many BUNs were cited?
The number we counted was at least a dozen.
Do you know where they were last sighted?
It looks like they ran off. We've still sent we've sent people to look for them.
In what direction? Like, I want everybody to know Lucas is locked the fuck in a way you've never seen him locked in. Like, he is taking this so serious. Like, this is a job now.
Yeah,
and
she pulls out the map you all would recognize. It will eventually grow on to be the camp map. but it looks like they ran largely to like the south.
And how many people do you have tracking them?
Our entire security team is tracking them, so close to 20
Good.
people.
All right.
She's like, so, and then she clicks, and you see she pulls up like a star map, and you could see it has like a little red circle on it, and she's like, it looks like it came from there, from our understanding. We've heard you three are the best in the country. We're
Honey's
hoping.
been panicking quietly about this entire situation because
Yeah.
it's like, I'm guessing you're a doctor. Is Maggie a doctor as well?
You're all doctors now that you take a second to
Honey's
look at your.
afraid.
And she's like, we've heard you're the best in the business for tracking these sorts of things. We're hoping to get a better idea of where it came from and maybe eyes on that direction. If you would like to retask a satellite, we have one prepared.
Good. I think so. But of course, we'll
Of
get
course.
to work before we decide. Exactly
And she's
what we're
like,
doing.
and then of course the observatory, nuclear powered. She's like, it's the best satellite in the business.
Yeah.
I told you were gonna get a nuke.
I just didn't know what kind of nuke you were gonna give us. Woo!
It's a nuclear powered satellite, obviously.
Obviously.
And she turns to leave, and she's like, you know how to find me if you need me. And then she closes the door behind her.
And Lucas just looks at you too and is like, holy fuck.
What do we do? I don't know anything about anything.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I think
Yes,
we're
you
both
do.
like,
Listen, you're both, and he looks at your name tag. You're doctors. You're doctors of something, okay? We're doctors of something. So, we do what we need to do. We do our jobs, whatever that is, and answer whatever the fuck's going on. And then we figure out how to, I guess, time travel, or I guess build lives here. I don't know. I'm a little worried about that one. I'm a little worried about that.
I can't stop
But-
thinking about, maybe we just build lives here. Fritz is like,
I think
I'm
it's
a doctor.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that Lucas is like, I don't know how I made it, but I did make it, and I'm gonna stay.
Listen, it's he's not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. He's not
Right.
going to stay here if he has to, but you know, if he has to.
Right. But like he just skipped essentially a PhD without doing
a
anything.
PhD.
Exactly.
Love it.
We love it. We love it.
Maybe I'm like one of those doctors about feelings and less about science.
Do you think we can Google ourselves?
Oh my gosh.
There is a computer. What
I
year is
immediately
it?
run to it. I run to it and try to pull up Google.
You try to pull up Google. I don't believe Google exists at this point. You are in the mid 1970s. I'll just give you that.
Amazing. So it's like I get over to it. I'm like,
Oh,
wait, is this a computer?
Yeah. Oh.
Why is it
shit.
all green?
yeah, it's just like a DOS.
Yeah.
No,
What?
That's DOS, but that's Maggie. That's not gonna tell you anything
Okay.
about us. We're like in the past. I thought we were in the future for a second, because like, you know. back in
Okay, listen. I don't know that much about this, but we cannot date our moms or dads. Okay? That's weird. I draw the line. If we make a life for ourselves here, that's our one rule. Okay?
I respect that. I will
So
nope.
That's such a hard line here. Absolutely not.
Great.
No.
Shit. Well, like, what the fuck do we do though? Like,
Okay.
that's obviously like the lady. Also, side note, I think she like can shape reality. Because I'm pretty sure I asked a question and then I magically didn't ask the question.
Did we all hear?
yeah, you all
The
heard the
question
question be answered. And then there was like a
Yeah.
weird pause while she stared you down. And then she just
Heard you
turned
ask
back at it. It was like it was never asked, but you all remember it being asked.
Yeah, I remember you asking the question, and then she sort of didn't. I thought it was a bit rude, but you know,
I thought she was just being an asshole.
yeah, I thought she was just being real rude.
No, like I got this really weird feeling, like my real life self.
As you
was
were
like-
having this conversation, klaxons start going off in the observatory.
Oh,
There are like red flashing lights.
oh God. Okay.
Okay, what did she say for us to do? Was to go look at a thing through the thing and coordinates, right?
Yeah. So you guys, somebody do that, and he like starts looking for like if there is like any sort of machine in here, the computer or something that is like indicating what the emergency is.
Yeah, I think as you're looking around, for this, there's the like klaxons are going off, and you start hearing like warning, warning, entity sighted, warning, warning. And as you all are like wondering what to do, you can hear gunfire starting outside.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Fuck.
Okay.
is there security feeds we can look into?
It is the
Oh, like-
1970s. There are not.
Oh gosh.
Can I just open the door to look outside?
Yeah, you throw the door open, and it is dark outside, and you look down, and all three of you are back in your original bodies. The klaxon ends. You are standing in what is now like a very like cheap looking like reproduction of an observatory.
Lucas is fucking shaking and just looks back at you all. Were we just not here?
I'm trying to find a movie reference.
Maggie just kind of like does this and like stands there for a second. I don't even know anymore. Okay?
Okay.
I it's like that one movie with Bruce Willis where he like goes back in time and like tries to kill himself, but like he can't and people disappear. Like, did we just disappear? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, as you turn back, as you like look around and like re-get your bearings now that time's normal again, you are back in like this lunar observatory, like I said, but you're like back in an admin room. Like the campers never would have been in this room before.
How did we even get in here?
How did we get in here? So we're still like moving through
Physical space.
physical space,
You're just
but
unmoored
also
from time.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. This is
Okay. Okay. Okay, so here's what we know. Weird alien baby. Weird bunny creatures.
Yes.
That's all kind of tying together with like the stories, right? Like it's all
yeah.
kind of fitting, but what we need now here is if like that actually happened here, that means like maybe there's like something, and like obviously a cover up. Who builds a shitty like space camp? Sorry, no offense to Vulture, but a shitty space camp on top of like an actual alien landing.
This is. I mean, this is if there really was an alien landing, this is unprecedented. And it's whatever we contacted was clearly dangerous. Have you guys heard of the Dark Forest hypothesis?
No, but I've watched the movie Aliens.
Then you kind of got it, actually.
Is
You
the
ca-
dark
okay.
forest like what does that like, is that like the composition of the forest is dark, like it has different values of green, or is that just like
I think it's
that it is dark?
I actually think it's a reference to a novel or something that Fermi said. It's about the Fermi paradox, about why we don't contact aliens or why aliens don't contact us, even though the universe is massive. But one of the ideas is that it's because everybody knows to shut the fuck up because something out there is hunting everybody, some sort of hostile civilization or entity. So yeah, it's kind of like Alien.
It's like Predator more than it's like aliens.
Okay, yes, it's like Predator. It's like Predator. So
Why couldn't we have
maybe
gotten like a nice alien movie? You
what
know,
Why
nice
isn't this
E.T.?
Paul?
like AT.
like E.T. or like
I-
Treasure Planet.
I'm pretty sure
The-
that would require. Yeah, that's kind of out of the question there.
Lucas is like, no, dumb. Oh man. Oh man. That was really good. Keegan, I
Yeah.
think I think what I would like to do.
Mhm.
I took that art class earlier. If we have like a minute, I want to pull out my art supplies from said class. I want to try and like sketch from memory what that woman looked like because we actually had sustained like time with her.
Yeah.
I want to like draw what she looked like. So we can like get a comparison to the memorial statue and kind of confirm identity.
Yeah.
Right? To like see if it's who we actually think it is.
Do you in your pockets currently have art supplies?
I didn't, but I wondered if because I took the art class, if I
would say
could
if
have
you
them.
prepared an item, you had them. I will let you.
Okay.
You are in like an admin room. It would not be difficult,
Yeah,
probably,
can I
to
just like
find.
just like a pen and some paper then?
Yeah, give me a craft roll real quick.
Perfect.
As she's doing this, can I do something with like because we were told that there's like a red dot or a red spot or something, and we had to do like a star tracking, stargazing. Is because we had that class and I've been doing all of the tracking stuff. Is there anything that I can do to figure out where that is?
Yes,
Or
there
like
absolutely is. I
yeah.
will let you make a roll for this as well. Go ahead and give me. We'll call this a comprehend roll.
Oh no.
Sarah, what'd you get?
A 13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll say on a 13, you managed to find a there's like a locked set of like file drawers or whatever. And you're able to like tug at a few of them, and one of them finally opens up. And you're able to get a paper and like find a pen in here.
Gotcha.
And you're able to draw something. But you do, I will say, looking at the paper before you get drawing on it, is you see this looks like this paper is from before the camp. Like this paper is like from the 1990s or so.
Okay.
Looking at the dates on it, like I'm gonna give you. You can draw a counselor perfectly fine on it. I'll also give you that there's probably more like older paperwork in here if you were looking for it.
Gotcha. Also, rewind. I thought I took the art class badge, but I took public speaking. I was seriously thinking about it.
Right.
Does this still count as like a requirement towards that though? If I wanted.
Yeah, you can work towards requirements on anything. They don't all have to be on one badge or anything.
So yeah, render a subject of your choice
In one of a
four
variety
of
of mediums.
these ways.
Yep.
So I'm saying pen and ink.
Yeah, this is pen and ink.
Case.
Cool.
Perfect.
Honey, what were we up? You were trying to. I don't remember.
I was trying to figure out where the location was that the lady had identified.
That's right, and I had you roll comprehend.
I did, and I rolled, which was quite good. I rolled a 16.
Okay, yeah, you're
Nice.
able to you're able to like look at some star maps and stuff and try to figure out where she was pointing towards. There's nothing particularly interesting about that direction. But as you sort of like flip through star notes, you know, there's some stuff here about scientists looking for like a Goldilocks zone where other, you know, habitable planets are. And this does look like it would be one of those planets.
Mm-hmm.
Is in like the star system that star is in.
I let Lucas know because none of this means anything to me.
And with that being like confirmed as a real thing that wasn't just some sort of like weird dreamscape, he's like, we should write that down. But also, does that mean the satellite's here? Does that mean all the equipment's still here somewhere?
I mean, this paper was really old. We might be able to find like other records.
I'm
Mm, 'cause
talking about their actual shit, their equipment.
Yeah. Well, the landing of the alien landing was that the lunar, like the space jump course? Or
Yeah, it was at the lunar course.
yeah. So if the lunar course is old stuff, probably we can find the other stuff.
Yeah, I think we should look through the paperwork here. Though you're right, Maggie. There's got to be something that I don't think they're very careful people. There's like a boarded up lab that you can just sort of break into with like a crowbar or a particularly strong person. Like,
Yeah, give me a comprehend roll if you want to look for some like old paperwork and shit.
yeah,
Is that everyone?
we all.
Whoever's looking for the paperwork.
I got a flat 14.
Okay, cool.
I got like a 9. I was like, I had
Oh.
to add my 2. I did quite bad on this one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to, and I'm gonna make an assumption here, just knowing how Maggie sort of functions. And you go looking through employment records here to see if you can find your own name.
I love it. I think it's great. It was
and-
either that, the visual I had is like I just find a bunch of papers and I bring them to like Lucas and like you figure it out. Like I find them, but
Yeah, you don't manage to find your name. You do find
'Kay.
a day where 3 people started. Their last name started with CAR, FRI, and ESP, but they were not the 3 of you.
oh, that's like somehow more weird. Like we just like inhabited like the physical form of complete strangers. That's so weird.
Who looked exactly like you.
Who looked exactly like us,
According-
just grown up.
You know, you believe they looked exactly like you. What
Right.
actually happened here, who knows?
Listen, I was hot. That's all I care about.
Yeah, you do find 3 like planetologists though who started
Okay.
on some day in the 70s, shortly before this place got closed down. And you know it was like inoperative for like 20 years, that reopened for in the 90s for like a real short period, and then eventually got replaced with the camp.
How old is Alan?
Old.
Like
I have
old,
his
old.
I have his age written down somewhere. One second.
Like that was Alan's best mate, but
You know, I don't say. I probably should have thought about that. He's a retired astronaut though, so like
Right.
he's old.
That makes me feel even more sad for Alan. But I'm
My
like, I'm trying
God.
to kind of like piece together, like, did he come in? Was he like maybe involved with this? Is it
You
reasonable
have
to
the
assume?
employment records in front
Yeah,
of
we
you,
could
and you
check
are able
Alan's
to,
on the
to dig
records.
through them, and you can find
Okay.
Alan's name working here years ago.
Okay, he did work here, but when it was not the camp, when it was
Before
like
it
the
was camp.
actual,
Yeah, which
Okay.
I mean, to be clear,
Well,
is a
kind
thing
of
he has
already
said
knew.
before.
but like it's still that thing of like, I don't know. It's that like
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, no, like the pieces mark together. Like you find Beatrice on it, you find Alan on
Yeah.
it, you find 3 people with like similar but not your names.
What if Alan isn't sad that his friend was died in space? What if he's sad because like his friend was murdered by aliens?
I
Oh,
mean,
shit.
if that thing was true, you know, there was like alien sighting.
Hmm.
So
What do we want to do from here?
There was a conversation previously, and I just want to zoom back around to it real fast,
Mhm,
about
mhm.
if we think the things here still work. As you all are digging through the files, I'll say this feels like just a thing Fritz would find doing it. You do find there is like an old computer terminal, sort of off in a corner. It's covered by like a layer of dust and like old paperwork.
oh,
It's your DOS. It's your
my
DOS.
shit. Oh, I'm gonna try to get it running instantly. Like I'm gonna try to see if this bad boy can run Doom. Like it's like that's-
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, you get it powered up. You like hit the power button on it, and like the screen flashes like low power, like please reconnect power supply.
Can I? Can I reconnect?
You gotta like look at it's plugged into the wall, but like give me just comprehend real fast. We'll set this at like a flat like
Okay.
10.
Right. Ooh, that is like an 18.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Oh,
that's an
shit.
18.
Yeah, you're able to follow the line this seems connected to is separate from the like power the rest of this room seems to be drawing from. And you're able to follow the line back. And it takes you through the what is this? The 4D movie theater. Or no,
Oh,
we're in the
yeah.
observatory. That's right.
Yeah.
It takes you back through the observatory a bit. And it seems to go underground. This power line.
Okay. Okay. And I'm just like, guys, guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to show you the. What if everything's underground here? What if there's like underground tunnels here?
I mean, that would kind of make sense because there was the lab underground, right?
Exactly. So
Maybe they just buried everything?
Yeah. Build stuff on top.
And as you keep following the power line, talking to your friends, are we heading down into the lower area? Cool. As you head down,
if they follow me, yes.
Oh,
we're
100%.
going. We're
I'm not
just-
letting
yeah.
Lucas do the scary thing by himself.
yeah, you
Absolutely
open a
not.
door and it heads back
Thank
into the
God.
same like white room, like the same sort of like white halls that you saw previously. And as you open the door, the lights sort of flicker dimly
Mhm.
into the room, and you see through a dusty window, like sort of cleared away. This is the old nuclear center.
Lucas just goes, fuck yeah. He's so like he's been a little like there's a little trepidation, but as soon as he sees that, he is so jazzed, y'all. This dude is so he's like, oh, this is like where the satellite. There's like a whole nuclear center under this camp. Oh my god. Oh, I wish we had a Geiger counter. This is probably not safe. We'll be fine.
Lucas, it's really cool to
What?
see you like super jazzed about something, even if it is just radiation exposure.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah, no, I mean that's sorry. Sometimes I sound like sarcastic, but that was like really sincere. Like we've been here a while and we've seen some fucked up shit. It's kind of nice to just see you be excited about something.
And
He's like kind
for the
of
sake of this
blushing, like,
badge, real fast,
unsure.
we will count this as visit an active or decommissioned nuclear site.
Thanks, Mag. You know, I actually don't think you're insincere a lot of times, Maggie. I think you're actually a very nice, sincere person. So
Oh, thanks.
don't worry. I think it's just a lot of people aren't, other than like you and Honey. You and Honey are pretty. You're both like really nice.
Oh. Oh, thanks. I'll try to be.
I think you all are probably like looking through the window, having this conversation while you're like pointing out, look, it's nuclear power. You see something. You like see into the room, and you see like the core starts to like glow ever so slightly in there, and about a few seconds later, all of the lights just fully flick on down here.
That's
Oh fuck, it's her. 100% it's her. 100% she's here.
You're right. No, that's it. This shit doesn't just happen on its own. Somebody has to actually be turning this on.
What do we Lucas, focus. What do we need? What do we want to look for down here?
So we need to stop her somehow from. I mean, shutting this place down would be it, I think. Shutting down what she's doing or figure out what she wants.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Do we need to find anything?
Unless you want to use some sort of satellite, like a nuclear powered satellite, unless you know of a thing we could do with that, I don't know what we could do.
Is it like an ET phone home situation where like you turn it on and it's like a big phone call to like the other place?
I think you might be right. So shutting this place down or wrecking whatever this is and making it unusable and making sure this alien can't call in the forces or whatever that it's clearly been trying to do.
And
that would be what we do.
also not get got.
Not get got is a super big part of this. We cannot. That's bad.
Great. Yeah, if anyone starts feeling like they don't care, just
Raise a
let someone know you don't give a shit, and then we'll just.
If you start feeling it, go like this. She just does this. And then I want to.
I'm not that flexible, Maggie.
Okay.
I want to. Keegan, the room that we're in,
Mhm.
the door that we came through. Are there other entrances to this area?
Yeah, it looks like this hallway goes down a bit further, and there's like a number of doors on either side. Not all of them are actually. We'll say the nuclear core here is to your left. There are a number of rooms to the right as well.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, I think Maggie's big thing is like expediency. Like let's find what we're looking for. So she is gonna kind of take off to the nearest door and like open it to see what's inside.
Yeah, you head over to the nearest door. Go ahead. You open the front door immediately. I need you to give me a confront.
Oh, I'm so good at confront. Watch me roll
God.
a 2. Just
Trying to beat a
kidding.
12.
I rolled a 16 plus 2.
Okay, cool. So you're not scared then
Oh yeah.
when you open the door and Bonnie is standing in the room?
Fuck Bonnie.
Just like,
and that's what
oh
I
my
say
God.
in character.
Fuck Bonnie.
Bitch, you're scaring the shit out of me. Turn around right now. And I'm like gonna like kind of move up to her to see if we can see the scar that Lucas brought up.
Oh my god.
She's like, oh my God, you're being so weird. And she like puts her hands on you and she's trying to keep you away from her.
Listen, I did take karate for like 6 months when I was 7. I will use it. Just turn around and then I'll be normal. Oh
No,
my God.
you're being so fucking weird right now. I'm gonna stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Lucas is like, shh, 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 shh.
And
Quiet.
you hear as she starts screaming stranger danger.
God.
Something screaming outside.
Oh,
Bonnie, you suck.
And you see she sort of turns her head. Like, and the angle isn't quite right on it. She turns it a little too far and she's like,
oh.
do you not
Yank.
like Bonnie?
I want to shove Bonnie. I want to push her away from me and haul ass.
Yeah, give me a conquer. We're going to set it at 12 again.
Cool. That's a 15 plus 2.
Yeah, cool. You knock her back. You have a second here to get running.
Cool. I'm taking it. I'm immediately just you suck. You're not cool.
Knock Bonnie over and take off. Yeah, you all, I assume the other two of you are going to follow.
Yeah.
I figured
do
that
look
went without
back, though.
asking.
I do look back to see what Bonnie is doing. Like as we
As
run away.
you
Like,
look
it's not a
back
smart move,
to
but
see
he's
what
like,
Bonnie is doing,
Oh shit.
it's not a smart move. Go ahead and give me a confront roll. You're going to give it to me at disadvantage.
Of
Oh,
course,
no.
of course.
She's transforming into a disgusting thing.
Okay, we Ooh, that first one was an 18, but that second one is a 9.
Okay, cool. You wanted to get above a 12, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
You look back to see Bonnie grabbing at the back of her neck
No.
and pulling her fucking skin off. And just under the blood, just a small, like, green alien.
Oh, it's the child. It's
Oh,
B0.
It's Bond.
It's
Yeah,
Bond.
It's B0. I think.
fuck.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
You're gonna take what's it here? Their scare's 1, so you'll lose 1 bravery here.
That's so fair. That's actually generous.
Sarah took 1. That was horrific.
And
That's
as you all take out, presumably at this point dragging Lucas behind you,
I feel like I was at the back, like
fireman
it was...
carrying.
Yeah, it was Maggie, Lucas. Lucas turned around and I was like, nope. And I'm like,
you picked him up.
I love it.
You all tear ass out of the like I assume we're not trying to go quietly at this point. You all tear ass out of the observatory, and first of all, someone roll me a d6 real fast. You want to roll above a 2.
Who wants to roll it?
One of you guys. Not me. I'm too scared.
Honey.
I'll roll-
Honey's
I'll
the
roll
one
it.
carrying me.
4.
Yes.
Cool. You know, I think Lucas is probably still a little screaming as we come out. Your heat's
little
going to go
screaming.
up to 3 instead of 2 now. But you do not manage to get the attention of the adults. For better or worse at this point. And as you are tearing through, there are a number of little white rabbits sort of just standing out here. They're little and they have like little, they seem to glow and they have like bluish eyes.
What the fuck? That's what you hear.
And
Oh,
they
they're-
seem to
they're the
just be
BUNs.
lined up in front of the bridge you need to cross.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? You hear? That's like what Lucas is saying. It's like, "You can
Listen,
put me down,
listen.
honey." Yeah. What?
Here's what we're gonna do, okay? Just listen to me. Just keep running, and if you hit one, just punt it. Just look at me, just punt it. And I'm trying to use my cheer merit badge, the passive. When you lead a group in an action, you may share your role with the entire
Hell
group.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Incredible call.
Hell yeah.
I have +2 conquer, so I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I think, Lucas, since you've been the one looking back, you do look back and you see that small alien holding hands with that adult from earlier, just very slowly and menacingly walking towards the two
Oh
of
my
you.
God.
Oh, I hate it. I
Um,
hate it.
And you just hear him say, "Go, go, 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 go."
Sarah, go ahead and roll confront for me. You're only trying to beat a 10. Which,
Okay, I rolled a 15 + 2, 17.
okay,
This
cool.
dice.
Oh, yeah.
you
I love you so
bunt, you 3 punt rabbits as you run. 3 of these
Yes.
little, 3 of these weird little glowing bunnies you see go flying over the bridge into the water.
Do they make any kind of sound?
Yes,
Is it alarming?
I don't think it'd be any more alarming than the sound you would make if you kicked a normal rabbit
Okay.
really hard.
Yeah. Got it. Just making sure.
So more horrifying screams.
Yeah, there's like a crunch of bone as you do
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and a and you all
Oh
make
my
it
God.
back over the bridge. And as you all get over the bridge, you take one last glimpse over your shoulder, and you just see that the adult scientist woman waving at you.
I hate her.
And we're gonna call it here tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Stop
Oh my
tracking
gosh.
me, you motherfucker. God damn it. If I raise a hand, the thing tries to confront. There we go. Cool.
The drama.
Yeah, that's session tonight.
That was amazing.
Oh, that was so good. I'm afraid.
Cool.
I'm
Let's
scared.
let's move over to wrapping up. Just like last time, we're gonna just do a quick thing of stars and wishes. We're talking about what we like this session. Talk about what we want to see more of in our final session coming up. I'll go first again. Give everyone a chance to think here real quick. So stars represent things that I like about the game we just played at. That one was a lot of fun. I'm so glad we put together all of the weird little, all the weird little breadcrumbs I've been dropping. Seems like they really came together here right at the end.
Yeah.
I love seeing that happen. And wishes, I'm just really excited to play next game. I want to see how you all eventually confront the banshee.
I'm so freaked out by this entity. I legitimately rough city.
So as a weird thing, it's okay, we don't want to do too much violence against kids or violence against animals, but also we've set up that the animals are a sign it's here, the things have to be scared of kids, and trying to find a way around that was wild.
Oh, for sure. I think you've done such a great job though, because it's this almost ominous existential fear while there's no direct violence. There's just horror around it, and it's more just I feel very strongly if we are cornered in a room with this thing, it's lights out. It's over.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that helps build the tension without needing it to be super graphic or involved,
Yeah,
right?
that's where I was hoping to land on it. So I'm
you're
glad it
crushing
hit.
it. You're
Yes.
crushing it. I'll go next. My star for this session is just that. Like the vibes, immaculate. I think like the first session we were building kind of the structure and we're like, oh, we're doing this thing. And now all the chickens have come home to roost and it's so good. And like Keegan, the details that you're kind of weaving through so when we do pull on it, it kind of comes together is really fun as a player. All the funny little like the banshee and stuff like that. That's very fun. I love little details like that. And it's very cool to have that like that spooky, this is scary, it's spooky. I feel very safe and very like in good vibes.
That's
and
the
like
sort of like
it's the
fun thing
best.
here is that it's like you all built so much of that out. It's just me to like weave the little bits of them together.
I love it.
So I'm like
It's
very glad
fun.
everyone had faith in me to do that.
Yeah. My wish is that like when shit goes down, I want the vulture to like be there for better or worse. I don't know how she fits into this bigger picture, but I want her present because I think like out of everyone we've interacted with, she seems like the one that has been like influenced by the creature the most. And I would love to see like that character's like, does she have like an aha and like help us, or is she like too far gone?
Yeah.
How is there anyone to know?
Sick. Who wants to go next?
You can go.
All right, I'm a
I'll
certified
go
yapper.
last.
I am a certified yapper, and I'm always want to be like, "Do you want to go?" Because I love Stars and Wishes. Because everybody's so fabulous. This is fabulous. Keegan, you've done a fantastic job of writing that line of like this can't be literal like life or death in the way that like they're gonna rip our heads from our bodies, but it still feels very viscerally like scary to be in a room with these things, like to do like you present it in such a like it feels like a Fear Street sort of vibe, like you are running like older kids goosebumps vibes, like it's perfect. I love it. Your sound effects 10 out of 10. Do you not like Bonnie? Oh, that was good.
That was
Oh,
it was so creepy. I hated
loved
it, but I
it.
loved it.
oh my god, that was so good. That was like really choice. Like what a thing to say. The time travel shit that you kind of just sort of like that was wild. That was so good.
I was like, so I know this is like, hey, you know, we have this like old camp. It used to be something, and I was like, there has to be a way to like give players this information that isn't just, yeah, you find an encyclopedia that has all the entries you're looking for written in it. It was like we have a spooky time bridge. There's no reason not to use it.
Yes, and I love it. Like what a cool way. It felt very like when you said like in the television show that is this game, like it felt very much like a television show thing. Like this is something that would happen like mid-season. And oh, delicious. Honey. I love honey so much. Just the everything. I think we discussed it in break and in the middle of it. Just the fact that you get these like big bombshells and you're like, hey man, do you know they don't even have meat here? That's fucking crazy. Like, dude, I found out the name of the big bad. Can you believe that? Like that's the best. That's so good. Your entire thing about being really worried about your protein was I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with Honey's entire deal. And just like ripping doors from their hinges, picking us up like fireman carry style, but still being worried that you're not useful. This poor sweet child. I
love him.
I want to tell him that he's doing good and he's doing okay. Like, because he's doing so good. And I'm like, oh, you are. You're integral. You're integral. And I love it. I love it so much. Like, what a sweet, sweet person. I love Honey. I love Honey. I love Maggie too. Maggie, the everything. Once again, for both of you, it's the everything. What stuck out to me was the very intense. Look at me. Am I hot? Like thoughtful decision because I had no idea where you were going with us. I was like,
Right.
okay, she knows what's going on maybe, or
Right.
has like an idea.
Right.
That was perfect. That was
Yeah.
perfect. No notes. I love that. That's like
Thank
just
you.
Maggie's always up here, like with everything. I love your like weird anecdotes about all of your parents' partners and all
Yeah.
of the sort of things that you guys have gotten up to. And also, it made this like when you had to play her down here so much more unsettling. You did a perfect job of it. That was like, oh my god, what a role playing challenge that you just kind of got foisted upon you, and you did a fabulous job of it.
Yeah.
Keegan did such a good job of giving me like the vibe of it too, and like what a fun conundrum it was too, because I was like, shit, like, how do I do this without being like just boring and stupid?
That's
and it
why
was
I
so
was
fun.
like, I love hearing the thing. That's why I didn't initially just give you have no emotions, XYZ, you feel blank. I think it was more fun to hear. Yeah, I'm thinking this. That's like, actually, you are thinking that. You're not saying.
Right.
You know,
right.
you should be thinking that, if anything.
Right. And I
So
like that very fun, like that was super fun to play. And like even as I was doing it, I was like, this is not what I want to do. And my fellow players can tell. And like how you immediately were like, what the fuck is going on was like so fun.
it was really, and I really love the she's haunted, clearly, is like the reaction. And I feel like it's not that
This
far off
bitch got
base.
ghosts.
We got ghosts. We got ghosts from space ghosts. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. Wishes, I would love to confront the more existential parts of this in our sort of confrontation, because this entity is so like weird and non, like the physical violence isn't a thing. It's this weird existential threat of losing the self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is so much freakier. I think like the idea of like we got shoved into bodies that weren't really ours, the
Mhm.
fact that it takes away something so integral about you and your experience as a human being, that's way scarier than something that just wants to eat you like as a person. And I'm very excited to see how that plays out in this confrontation with it.
I sort of think there's like this cool thing here happening that like wasn't planned, but as you say it, like where it's like, oh, you're a bunch of kids at camp who are like just at the age where you're about to like get going to college and whatnot, and you're like, yeah, I'm afraid I'm losing myself here. And it's like, oh shit, yeah, you're like at that age, aren't you?
It's so perfect. It's so perfect. And I'm excited to play into that, however that happens. However we resolve this. I'm very excited to like lean into this weird existential YA novel that we're all writing together.
I think there's also like the additional level of like are we losing ourselves? And like we're like all of us are kind of trying to like make a name for ourselves. I think Honey like the least, like Honey still has ambitions and stuff, and we're seeing like this person's like legacy be like perverted almost, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Alan
Yeah.
remembers her as like this great friend that was like lost, and now it's like, no, she's the horror that stalks in the night. Like it's
Oh
like
my
this
God,
strange
Yes.
like shift of like legacy, right? It's very cool, and like what this place even is.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
so good.
that's me. I love it.
Wonderful. My go. Keegan, I thought this was. I love the journey that you've taken us on, and like for us as the players on that journey, like our quiet reactions, like when Maggie got, and it was like we were like,
Like, oh shit.
like
It
the
was this-
horror that we felt then was so great.
It was this like really funny thing on my end where I'm like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm like, yeah, you know, like you don't feel scared, and everyone was like, you don't really feel anything, and then it dawned on everybody sort of simultaneously. You could see it across all three of your faces.
It was so good, and like the amount of silence that existed when we turned into other people, where we were just all like. So
What do
I
we
love
do?
that, right? So I love the fact that like you can take us on this journey, and like while we have helped create it, you still have that ability to give us those moments where we're all like enthralled and shocked by like a thing that has happened that we're like, okay, that does make sense in hindsight. We went on a time bridge, or like, you know.
I guess it makes
Or,
sense.
like,
We went on a
this is-
time bridge.
We went on a time bridge. Like, that could happen. Or, like...
The time bridge is such a boon.
It's
amazing.
so good. It's
Lucas
so
not saying
good.
shit about the time bridge.
Right? Because I don't even
Lucas-
think we know still. Like,
No.
we didn't. No, we don't know. We don't know what
I
happened.
offhandedly
We don't-
mentioned it when we were panicking, and I don't think that counts.
No, like Lucas
No.
legitimately just thinks that like Lucas is late to things and is like slowly kind of like forming an opinion about this. But like, and even if he did share it, like I don't know what our two characters would do with that information. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go back in time.
Terrifying. I love it. I love that Lucas had his moments, their moments of like the excitement, or you know, those moments that really brought out the character more, and like more of like those the reason why you're here, which is like so much more like it, like in comparison to Honey, who was like, oh, I came here by accident kind of thing. It's so good, and like just the level of acceptance that the two friends that you've made along the way here don't understand anything space-wise unless it's like a movie reference.
It's so cute, and I love it.
And the complete smackdown of Treasure Planet. Like I loved that.
I can't believe like it was no. Unfortunately, no.
Treasure
It was
Planet
like
mentioned.
you accepted Inception, you accepted Shutter Island.
You would have gone with like Looper, Back to the Future, all of it. We get to like a legitimately delightful and like whimsical reality, and you're like, fuck no.
I'm like, no, that's too nice.
You all did say
That can't happen.
Shutter Island at the start, and I was like, damn, it's gonna look like I took this whole stepping back in time to the 70s thing from Shutter Island.
You're like, oh no.
I was like, they're so close and they don't even fucking know.
Isn't that like one of the best parts about TTRPGs though? It's like even though Shutter Island absolutely was not an inspiration for you, like there's
I've never
like
seen
these,
it.
There, right?
Oh, no, I've seen Shutter Island. I haven't seen Treasure Planet.
I haven't seen Shutter Island. Like most of the time, I'm like, I kind of generally know what this is, but it's like the ideas and how they build up, and eventually people end up closer to the mark than they realize. It's like TTRPG magic. It's the best.
Shutter Planet. Look at me go. Shutter Island does
Oh no.
the exact thing I've been trying to do here, and I didn't even think about it. I'm gonna rewatch it between sessions.
That's amazing.
Where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like there is like this like very real and palpable horror, but like he's not in any physical danger
Right.
usually in a real way. If I remember right, like someone's probably watching this like, no, there's an
They're like, no,
alien
he
menace
gets shot or
chasing him with a
something, or,
knife
like-
the whole
I was
time.
gonna say there's blood everywhere. But
Amazing.
it's been very good.
It's been amazing. And Maggie could tell me that she has learned how to make a Molotov and has thrown one, and
No
Honey
question.
and Wasa wouldn't believe them. Like the level of just like experience that is just so out of pocket for someone that is like that typical cheerleader character.
Yeah.
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 Amazing, brilliant, and just the level of confidence and like I know what I'm doing that Maggie has, so good. Also, like commendations to Bonnie, you suck, and just like pushing the alien baby.
Oh my god.
So
It's like that thing of like, what do you do when like you don't have anything? I'm like,
you don't like
like-
Bonnie?
fuck you.
That
No.
was terrifying.
So scary.
So
It was so good.
I did like very little prep between sessions. I posted it in the chat so you all can see it, but like we had Banshee and Bunny already, and I was like, those are really close words in a way that like I just have to
got
find a way to
Bonnie.
work. So what my plan going in had been was it was like sample BAN being sent to Chicago, sample BUN being sent to New York, and then I was like, okay, I just need one more, like I need a character I can play at night, and I was like, oh, Bonnie is so close.
So good.
I can't.
Terrifying. The like rip off to be an alien. Oh, yuck.
Well, now
I
that we
loved
don't
it.
like Bonnie, she has to be somebody new.
It's
That's terrifying.
like, and the unsettling like reality of her from the jump, right? Like, oh, you know, we're in the same class, like all that stuff, and me being like, I don't know about that.
I was so
And then-
bummed you immediately passed that. I was hoping to push that along just a little longer. Where you're like, you're not sure you recognize her, but like, there's so many. You rolled so well that I was like, I just have to give this to you. She's not in your class.
Well-
creepier.
Yes, correct. Like it's like even though because like in my mind like the role it mattered, but it was but now I'm really questioning reality. Before I was like, but she seems so confident and she seems so like 100% about it. Like
Because we're post session, I will tie some things together here real fast, just so
love it.
because like these are all things you all as players could have put together at this point. There are children who have gone missing from this camp previously. It is part of the
100%.
vulture's background, is that like she knows about the kid who has gone missing. It was Bonnie, because the other thing we know is that the creature hangs up and drains the blood from people, and it's like
so that she can
forgot
climb into
about
their
that.
skin suits.
yeah.
I forgot about that. I said that and I forgot.
Yeah, no, it was. We played session one so long ago that like I'm able to look back at notes and like tie things together.
Yeah,
But I am like maybe I should explicitly tie a few of the things together here.
When I was like talking to the vulture and like, oh, Bonnie, and like her reaction was very like, but I was like, but you played it off so subtle that I was like, you know, okay, it could have been another camper. It could just be the vulture not giving a shit. Like,
yeah,
it's
she didn't disappear. She didn't disappear from this camp.
Right.
There is a reason she went running to the other counselors to talk to them. Like,
oh, for sure. And like that's the thing. There was still a sense of urgency, it present. So it's like, okay, there is something going on, but like, what is it?
Yeah, I was like, one sec, I have to give you all this one.
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
It's like all the prep I did was like, how do I make these characters' names work? How do I make the pieces tie together? Like, great, we're done.
Hell yeah. It's
I love
so
it.
good. It's so good. I think that like ties into the wish. So I kind of want to figure out what the deal is with the camp counselors, or like get insight into them in relation to this situation, because they obviously know a lot more about what's been going on.
Yeah.
And it's horrifying.
Yeah, there's such a temptation to be like, this is all in your head, but like now that the pieces are coming together, it's like, okay, wait, in this case, maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. Well, and I love it. I love it. Like, there's so many things, right? Like, the vulture is somehow like tied to the camp, and like she's lost too many campers before she won't lose another one. You know, there's like that tying thing, and like Alan just like hasn't been happy since he lost his friend. Like, he's just longing for that connection. And I think like in my mind, the story I'm telling myself is that Shannon's like so wildly ambitious.
Sharon?
And like, or Sharon, yeah, there he is.
Shannon's her twin sister at the other camp.
There's Shannon, there's
yeah.
Susan, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But like Sharon like refuses to let this camp itself win and is trying to like will it into being a functioning thing. Like they're like trapped in this weird horrorscape. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
So fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, this has been a blast. It is getting late. I think we should call it here. We'll be back next week. Does anyone want to plug anything before we leave? 2 weeks?
We are back in 2 weeks on the 30th.
We're back in 2 weeks, not 1 week.
Yep, 2 weeks.
That's all I wanted to say.
I never know dates. That's fine. Does anyone have anything they want to plug before we go?
Not at the moment.